We're not indestructible, baby, better get that straight. I think it's unbelievable how you give into the hands of fate. Something's all worth fighting for. Some feelings never die. I'm not asking for another chance. I just wanna know why. There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out. Giving in can be wrong. I don't wanna pacify. I don't wanna drag you down, but I'm feeling like a prisoner, like a stranger.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Say you don't know me, I recognize my face. Say you don't care who goes to that kind of place. Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. Too many runaways eating up the night. My pony plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember? We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Someone always playing corporation games.
Who cares? They're always changing
Corporation names.
We just want to dance here.
Someone stole the stage.
They call us irresponsible.
Write us off the page. My pony plays the mama. Listen to the radio. Don't you remember?
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
It's just another Sunday in a tired old street. Police have gotten the chokehold. And we just lost the beat. Who counts the money underneath the bar?
Who rides the wrecking ball into our guitars? Don't tell us you need us, but we're the ship of fools, looking for America, calling through your schools.
Look at
Fish on another gorgeous sunny Saturday. I'm seeing that bumper to bumper traffic.
Don't you remember? Her hair is hollow gold, her lips a sweet surprise. Her hands are never cold. She got Betty Davis eyes. She'll turn her music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. She got Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make it pro-blush. She got Greta Garbo, standoff size. She's got Betty Davis eyes. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule. There's a room where life won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad it had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule. See you on the street and walk on by. Make me wanna hang my head down and cry. If you gave me half a chance to see my desire burning inside of me, she choose to look the other way. I've had to work much harder than this, but something I want, don't try to resist me. Open your heart to me, baby. I would love that you over me. Open your heart to me, darling. I'll give you love if you touch me.
you're afraid to look in my eyes. Good, sad boy, I wonder why. Follow you around, but you can't see that you're wrapped up in yourself to notice. So you choose to look the other way. Well,
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. These white boys used to go off, didn't it? Strangers dancing up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. White boys went off in the 80s. I love that movie. If you don't know this movie, you got a fucked up childhood. If you don't know the movie that this is from, you got a fucked up childhood. You do. Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving everything in. You know when you're a kid, you innocent and shit. You know I had the biggest crush on Molly Ringwald. I'm sorry, 16 Candles. I used to love Molly Ringwald as a kid. I admit, you got me. Strange, surreal in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart. When the light gets into your heart, baby, don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. That was the shit, man. What's up, man? What's up? You got me, Deuce? You got me? Nah, brother. Nah. I just remembered that shit. I remember I used to watch, like, I remember I went to 16 Candles and shit. Yeah, I thought as a kid, if you were a kid, before you know, was, especially in the 80s and shit, we didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hulk Hogan was my guy. I love Rocky. Rambo was the shit. Terminator was the shit. All these white folks. Dukes of Hazzard. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I just liked it. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't wait for the shit to come on. Couldn't wait till Friday night to watch Misfits of Science. You know what I'm saying? That's some old shit. Y'all don't know nothing about that. But anyway, I hit my damn elbow today, man. Damn. That shit hurt. I hit my elbow over there at the car wash. Man, I rode through the car wash and I was trying to get a towel. You know, you walk up there and they got this shit made of brick and the shit was sitting right up on the brick. So then I tried to grab it and I hit the damn corner. Boy, that shit hurt, boy. Man. Oh, Lord have mercy. So y'all know this is going to be a niggerdom video. Like, we got to talk about the audacity of niggerdom. This is another installment. and of the audacity of niggerdom. If you're familiar with my channel, I always, go in on certain subjects. This subject is just gonna tell itself. I really don't have to talk about this too tough because it's gonna talk about itself. Now, this shit that didn't happen is indicative of black folks and how we think. And I'm not just talking about just in this one instance. Oh, let's see. I don't know why it's doing. Let me do it again. Let's try that again. There we go. So, in this video, and I'm gonna kind of go through it. Now, this is a black conservative perspective. He's covering it. Not a lot of people are talking about this in the Manosphere. It's kind of interesting. We don't really talk about these types of things that often. I saw G Dizzle go in on it. But a lot of times niggas love to make excuses for white supremacy. I'm coming for your ass. White supremacy, come on down to the front of the congregation. Come on down. We got to touch and agree. We gotta go get the anointing oil, right? Look here, man. Real talk. So before this even happened, I'm gonna tell y'all what this nigga did. All right. So you got this dude in Memphis, only 19 years old. He decides to go on a shooting spree. He kills, I think, 3 people and wounded 4. So I think he shot a total of 7 people. Rode around, just I think he walked in casually into AutoZone, just started opening fire on people. Guys, you gotta think about it. You could be at AutoZone buying the damn some car washing detergent or some shit or some wax for your car. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop with AutoZone right quick, get some wax. You might be where the niggas at, where this nigga decided to come in there and shoot. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is this, and I hate to make this about this sister because, I actually don't have anything personal against her. I really don't. But I actually called up on this sister's channel, and that sister is Angela Stanton King. I called up on her channel, and I specifically remember telling her that, we spend a lot of time focused on prison reform, and we spend a lot of time focused on, police reform. But if we're really telling the truth, I think that those aren't the main pressing issues in the black community. I said that the top things that we need to probably focus on are families, creating families, and, in developing our young black boys to be strong men to create families. Or something like that, I said. And she was like, why can't we do all of it? I said, because you can't. What happens is a lot of it gets lost in translation. What I mean is, guys, if you're going to accomplish something, it's just like in a goal. There's a guy by the name of Robert Sheeman. He has a book, Why This Idiot's Rich and I'm Not. I love that book, right? Thanks for the super chat. Says we must fight against Pookie and Ray Ray, New Nim simultaneously with fighting white supremacy. We can't attack one and not the other. Pookie and them have destroyed us. Now, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna go a little bit step further, because thanks for the super chat. I'm gonna go a little bit step further than that. If I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that black people, you can no longer afford to focus on shit like white supremacy, period. And I know what that sounds like. I know that sounds very counterintuitive. Y'all know my channel. Y'all know what I'm on, right? So, y'all ain't new to this. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know what I'm on. So it's not new information that I'm giving y'all. But let me say this, and I'm going to read some comments in a second. I'm just walking around. But, guys, the black community has made, like, leaps and bounds of progress historically in America, right? We can no longer afford the luxury of sitting by, apathetically just sitting there and watching us, go down a road of destruction, man. Like, my thing is this, like, if you're going to sit up here and you're going to have a monkey, because this nigga's a monkey. I'm sorry, this is, and look, I'm going to go somewhere with it that y'all ain't think I was going to go. So let me go ahead and start right quick. So the brother's name is Ezekiel. What's up, Free Zone?
The brother's name is Ezekiel, right? What was yesterday's date? Let's do this on live, right? Ezekiel. What was yesterday? 9/7, right? What does Ezekiel 9:7 say? Let's see. Let's see what Ezekiel 9:7 says. Let's see. Hold on. You know what? Let me just go back over here. I think I'm gonna go to Blue Letter. So his name is Ezekiel, and he went on a shooting spree yesterday, right? That's how it went down. So I'm gonna blow this up for y'all, and I just want y'all to look at this. And you know, y'all know my channel. Y'all know what I'm on. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. We don't, but against powers in high places and wicked places. I know I paraphrased it, right? So I'm gonna read this. I blew this up for y'all, but I want y'all to check this out right here. It says, verse 7, and he said unto them, defile the house and fill their courts with the slain. Go ye forth. He went forth and slew in the city. And let me change the version because I like what's the name. Sorry, I know you guys don't like that. Ooh, here you go with that remix. Don't start. Don't start. Don't start. Let me just get. Here we go. Then he said to them, defile the temples and fill the courts and go courts with the slain. Go. So they went out and began killing throughout the city. So his name is Ezekiel, and yesterday he went on a shooting spree on 9/7, which I just found that ironic. Something about that just seems a bit weird, doesn't it? I mean, just weird, man. Weird. It just weird to me. And so while they were killing, and I was left alone, I fell face down crying out, okay, this is something else. But I just thought that was weird, that little verse right there. So so this is the thing, man. Like this ape went on a shooting spree yesterday and thought it was cool. And then the nigga got his mug shot. Like, are we gonna go into all this shit? So let me go. This lady here getting emotional, but let me go ahead and play this shit right quick. Let me let this play.
In Memphis, Tennessee, 19-year-old. This morning, a suspect in custody after a deadly shooting spree in Memphis, Tennessee. 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly is accused of
Look at this nigga. Look at him. There's a demon picture that somebody put up, and the demon looked just like him, a right-handed God. My wife showed it to me. She said, look at this. And that's how she was the one that brought out that verse. She said, look at this. And look at what the date was. And look at his name. His name is Ezekiel. He went on a shooting spree on the 7th of September. So in the 9th chapter, 7th verse, right? It's weird. It's weird. But something about this dude look, man, this dude, and this is what I mean, guys, like, black men, let me go ahead and tell y'all, this not a hair trend that y'all like to do. This shit here only adds to the mystique of you being considered a thug. I don't have no problem with Uncle Ruckus to a certain extent. Now, I don't agree with everything Uncle Ruckus he went a little too far, but he went too far with it. You know what I'm saying? He it was almost a disrespect to the black conservative. Like, that's really what he represented. That's why they made him look like Uncle Ruckus looked like Clarence Thomas. Uncle Ruckus is a caricature of the black conservative, and honestly, it is the woke black man's. You know how they say, well, you get paid by the white man, you get like that. Like, they think that everybody that's a conservative gets some biscuits from the white man, that type of shit. So if that person that thinks like that were to draw a cartoon, it would look like Uncle Ruckus. That's what they would draw. Somebody that just say some outlandish shit that just don't even make sense. Right? Like, wait a minute, you're going way farther. I'm just saying that individual responsibility, fathers being in homes, shit like that, and they take that to mean, oh, that's that respectability politics bullshit. Right? That's what they call it. So let's get to it.
driving around the city, shooting and killing 4 people, wounding 3 others, all while streaming the violence on Facebook Live. In a Facebook video that's now been removed, the suspect was reportedly seen walking into an auto parts store and opening fire.
Our citizens in Memphis and Shelby County were going about their business, ordinary citizens doing ordinary things, getting off from work, picking up children from daycare, just going about their ordinary lives when it was all of a sudden shattered. Many families were shattered tonight.
Police saying the spree lasted more than 2 hours, spanning 8 different crime scenes. Police say Kelly later stole a car at gunpoint, officers eventually locating the vehicle, leading to a high-speed pursuit where Kelly was eventually arrested. But the massive manhunt paralyzing Memphis into the evening. Residents urged to stay home. Bus service was suspended and a minor league baseball game placed on lockdown. The city in shock.
See, that's the problem right there. That's the problem because it's Memphis. So if this has been New York, what was the excuse if a nigga go on a shooting spree in New York or if a nigga go on a shooting spree in any blue state? That's what we doing. So if a nigga right now go on a shoot spree in Atlanta, it's because it's a red state. It's not because Keisha Lance Bottoms, like for example, the whole girl that got killed and that when she stepped down, that's why she really stepped down. I think she got Sakaria Turner killed by supporting the protesters. She turned on the police like the Democrats did a couple years ago. They turned on the police and were downing law enforcement. And when shit got fucked up and that little girl got killed, she stepped down. That's why her ass ain't try to run for office right there, because she got that little girl killed. That's how I feel. I really feel like your support for these thugs out here burning, looting, running into a cop going 40 miles an hour on a quad runner and damn near took his leg, pretty much severed his legs from his body. They thought he hit a car. He hit a cop. Blood everywhere. They said that shit was like, I talked to dude, he said, man, it's like 100 feet of just blood, man. That shit was, he hit him, that shit splattered everywhere. Blood. Say the cop made it. He's still alive, but damn, shit. Is he in a wheelchair? See, shit like that. Because you mad because a dude fell asleep in the drive-thru while on parole now, drunk, fell asleep in the drive-thru, and then tried to fight the police, took their taser and tried to tase the cops, and they shot him. And because of that, they literally turned this city inside out. That's what they did. So because Georgia and all these other counties on the outskirts of Atlanta and all that shit are red, they're to blame for this shit. They're to blame. What about in Michigan? What about in certain places where y'all got Democrat governors and shit, man? Like, stop it. Stop that bullshit. Stop it with the bullshit. That has nothing to do with it. What it has to do with is the people in most of these municipalities, in these counties and in these cities, primarily in the cities. The city government is the one that interfaces with these people more than anybody. And when you look at this, a lot of these people support, so I blame the people. The people what is the biggest issue right now in the black community? When we start talking about politics, what is the first thing black people want, like Charlemagne the God? What's the first thing come out their mouth? Prison reform. We need to get niggas out of prison. Fuck them niggas. No disrespect. If you've been to prison. God dang. Hold on. This is my niece. Hold on. I got to talk to her. Hold on 1 second. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. So let me say this, man. This is a reflection of the people. This is a reflection. See, the government, I always say this, the government is the reflection of the people. Whenever black people want to talk about politics, the number one issue we want to bring up is prison reform. And like I said, fuck them. And this is what I mean by that. If you're a brother and you done fucked up and been in prison or had a little situation, ain't got, and you trying to get your life together, I ain't talking to you. I'm not talking to you because you are a productive member of society. You're trying to get your life together. You made a mistake. Okay, cool. Fuck it. You made a mistake. I made mistakes. Everybody make mistakes. So I'm not shitting on that. What I'm talking about is the motherfuckers that are repeat offenders, like this dude here, who got out, who was charged with attempted murder, got 11 months, and got out. He didn't even do a year on attempted murder. Then he got out and killed somebody 6 months later, killed 4 people. I have no remorse for niggas like this. Let me tell you what I would do if I was the judge, and I always talk like this, but I mean this shit. If I was the judge, I would make an example out of his ass. I would tie his ass up to a tree. I talk about this shit all the time. Get me some old red African fire ants, pour them motherfuckers on his ass, and eat his ass to the bone. Let that motherfucker suffer. And I would stream that shit live on Facebook. Bitch, you want to stream some shit? Bitch, we going to stream your death on Facebook Live, bitch. We going to pour them motherfuckers. They going to eat to your brain. That's what I'm finna do. Your eyes, I'm pointing them motherfuckers down your pants. They going to eat your dick, all that shit, bitch. You going to suffer when you leave this motherfucker. Fuck you. I don't give a shit about mental illness. I don't want to hear that shit. But he's mentally ill. I don't give a shit. You ain't that damn. Look here, man. We've always had mentally ill people in America. Motherfuckers wasn't doing this shit. You supposed to just get a pass because you mentally ill? Come on, man. Come on, man. What type of shit is this? Let go.
This is no way for us to live. And it is not acceptable. The people of our city were confronted with the type of violence no one should have to face.
Police say this all began around 1 a.m. Wednesday, where Kelly is accused of shooting and killing a man in the driveway of a home. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
Come on, man. Come on. I mean, y'all talk to me. Y'all talk to me. See, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Let me show y'all who I am. I'm going to show y'all what I'm on. This is me right here.
You know you're the enemy, yes. You don't know that, do you? I bet your black ass doesn't even know there's a war going on. I'm not talking about the war on crime and drugs. I'm talking about the war between black people and niggas. That's what you are, Yance. You're a motherfucking nigga. Let me tell you something. God, I hate niggas. I love black people. Honest, hardworking, law-abiding black people. Niggas like you make me sick. There's no problem.
See how he said it like his stomach hurt. Niggas like you make me sick. Like, damn, dog, that like you need to run and go shit. Like, that's how he said it. Let go.
Black people. Niggas like you make me sick. There's no problem for a nigga to get his own people hooked on drugs, have the young girls on the corner turning $5 tricks. No problem for a nigga to shoot another nigga. No problem for a nigga to rob and steal from good, honest, hardworking black people. That's what they want. You're doing their work for them. What's so fucked up about that? You look at me and you call me an Uncle Tom? You are the Uncle Tom. You fucking joke. You are the real enemy of black people. When white people look at me, it kills me that they see you because ain't but one nigga in this here closet. You been here this long? You gonna try to run a game on me? This here is where the game ends. I don't believe you're ever gonna have a home or have a half-decent job.
This is what you need to tell. This is what these niggas need to hear. Nigga, you ain't gonna have no life, bitch ass nigga. You right, nigga. You probably won't make it to 25. You right. They should just end your shit now. Let's go.
I don't believe you're ever gonna have a home or have a half-decent job or get an education, or even have a family worth of shit. You know why? Do you know why? Because you're happy just to be a motherfucking nigga.
I mean, I'm sorry. I think that was pretty on point. What y'all think, guys? One of the best parts of a movie I ever saw. I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's it. These folks terrorized out there, man. Look at this shit. Watch this.
This is not a joke. This is an extremely dangerous situation. And I know Memphis is tired right now. Yeah, I'm good. I'm with you all. Memphis is tired right now. The Eliza Fletcher kidnapping and abduction and murder. The other crimes we've had this year leading up to this. It's difficult right now. Bear with me. It's a very nerve-wracking night. It has been a very difficult week for those who know the Fletcher family, for those who know the family of that minister who was shot and killed in her driveway during a carjacking, who know the community advocate from Whitehaven who was shot and killed. It has been difficult in Memphis.
So they killing motherfuckers that's trying to help them. Y'all see that shit? Community advocate, pastor. They look, fuck them. I'm sorry. Like, that's where I'm at with it. Fuck them niggas. Why the fuck is prison reform at the top of the list? You need prison for these monkey niggas. You need it. You need prison, bitch. You should never get out. Let that nigga's supposed to get, listen, his ass wouldn't do 3 months. You hear me? I had that motherfucker in there. Look, man, you got, shit, what time is it? That's what, I'll be like, hold on, man. What time is it? Look here, man. We're going to make you suffer for the next week. You're going to die, but you're going to die very slow. It's going to take you a week to die, and you're going to beg for your fucking life. We're not even going to feed your bitch ass. We're going to let you starve to death, bitch. That's I want to see it. I want some real justice on these monk ass niggas out here. Fucking right. Prison ain't good enough for this nigga. He comfortable in prison. He just did 11 months. He knew he was going back when he grabbed the gun and just started shooting. He knew. He said, I'm going to go back to prison. Ain't got nothing to live for. Fuck it. Let me just go shoot some motherfuckers. Go out with a bang. Fuck it. I'm going to stream that shit live. I'm going to be a star. Stupid motherfuckers. I seen niggas talk like that. Let me tell you something. I grew up with niggas that'll say some shit like that. I stayed the fuck away from them. I knew as a youngster. Oh, that nigga ain't got good sense. I'm gonna stay the fuck away from that nigga. That shit. Let me stay. That nigga is on a kamikaze mission. That nigga, he don't care. I ain't got shit to lose. Like nigga, tell me any nigga say I ain't shit. I ain't gonna be shit. Nigga, you like Bishop from Juice. Shit. I'm gonna stay the fuck away from him. This ain't about being a bitch. This is about being smart, thinking for him and you. Because he might fuck you up and go to jail, or I might fuck him up and go to jail. Right? Unstoppable object, immovable force. We meet, what gonna happen? Fuck that. I'm not, that's what I'm saying. So I'm not one of them guys that's like, and I'm not no tough guy. Sometimes the motherfuckers may have a little jaw jack and say some shit to you. You have to bite your pride and say, fuck it, man, I want to kill. I'll beat the shit out of this nigga. I never forget, I was at Magic City one Saturday. Nigga came up to me behind me. Move! He looked just like that nigga. He looked just like that 8 monkey motherfucker. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me go back. Find it. Did he look just like this nigga? That nigga say, move. I said, did somebody? I turned around and this motherfucker. I looked at him like, man, what the fuck? You know, the first thing of any man, I don't give a fuck if you 5'6", 120 pounds. Somebody come up behind you and say, move. Like, you be, who the fuck is this nigga think? This nigga must think I'm a bitch. I'm about to show this nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's the mentality that any man would get. Right? I don't give a fuck who you are. That's in you. And so when he said that shit, I said, man, let me get the fuck out of here. Clearly his bitch ass is here with some niggas, or he got a gun. Somebody got a gun that came in with a something. That nigga got something, a shank, razor, something. Like this motherfucker, he talking like he just gonna beat my ass. And I'm looking like, nigga, I'm outweighing you about like 30 pounds. Like, nigga, I'm looking at like, this nigga must be tough or something. What the fuck is this nigga? I just left. It fucked up my night. I was mad as hell, but I said, let me get the fuck out of here. So I was by myself, and I'm sick. I said, you know what? I don't like bitch ass niggas like that. And that's when I started thinking, you know, Magic City on Saturday night, used to be live, but then it just became a bunch of thug street motherfuckers, and I don't like that. I only like. I think I've been to Magic like once since then. I don't like Magic no more. I used to like Magic Monday night and shopped a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, guys, this the problem I have with this shit. I think black people, we facilitate this by, number one, the policies we support. And let me slow down and let me slow way down with this, because I think that's the thing. I speak real quick. So let me slow down a little bit. Let me say something. Okay. So when you're talking about the black community, or when you're talking about any community, a community is made up of something called a nuclear family. Now, the nuclear family should be made up of a nuclear family. In a productive, functional society, it should be. Now, the nuclear family is man, woman, child. That's how the nuclear family works, right? There, because everybody has a functional role that they serve within that community, within that family unit. That family unit creates a neighborhood, which creates a community. When you add up all the neighborhoods, that's how it works, right? Now, within that community, you have productive members of that society that have jobs, they have skills that are necessary for people to have a functioning society, like a barber, a lawn service, your damn beautician, your computer programmer, your doctor, your lawyer, your school teacher, your fireman, your policeman. Everybody has a role that they serve. That's what usually how societies work, right? Now, we just walk with me. We're building up the society perfectly first. Then we're gonna go into the black community and show how it's fucked up, why it's not working, right? Once you have that, once you have strong families and you have then pretty much you got what's called America. That's what made America great. I know we talking about the racism and all that shit, but if we're talking about America after World War II, it was already kind of becoming a superpower, but after World War II, we became a real superpower. And a lot of that was pushed on, the baby boom generation. And what were they doing? They got the American dream, which was a house, car, white picket fence, job. And, mom stays at home raising the kids. You're producing productive kids. This is before the 60s now. We're talking right around the 50s. The shit was going pretty good, right? Now, black people are getting fucked over. I'm not going to deny that, and I'm for reparations. But now that you see how a productive, functioning society works, right? And please don't go into the white supremacy shit. Well, they was denying us. I understand that, bro. But we're talking about what we supported. And even if we look at the black community and we go back before we integrated and did all this shit that we supported in the 60s, if you go back and look at our community, we were actually just like mirroring the white community in many areas. In fact, actually, oftentimes we would outdo them in certain circumstances. So it wasn't just like they were so much further along than the average black person, historically speaking. You get what I'm saying? They weren't really like so academically ahead of us. Like, our kids were testing slower, but they weren't like that slow. Like, our kids were actually testing, relatively speaking, better back then than they do today. Right? And so now we built up the society. We got that built. Now let's look at the black community. So first of all, in the 60s, and you supported policies that were negative. Like, for one, you supported policies of killing babies, which for one destroys families. Because you kill a baby, that's somebody that was gonna have a family. So that's okay. So your population numbers are under control. Then you embrace the alphabet shit, right? The alphabet shit that we're embracing, and you see so many black people. Now I'm starting to see a lot of black people marching. Like, I just saw a video of them marching in Kennesaw State up here in Atlanta. Bunch of black folks out there with them protesting, talking about trans men or women, trans women or men or some shit, or women, right? Which I'm not going to go into that because they'll flag my video. But that's what I'm saying. You've embraced that. So what you're doing when you do that, you pretty much neutralize that family because that person's not going to have kids, right? So these are the different things that you do, right? Then you support shit like social programs that a woman cannot qualify for, or if she does qualify for example, I'm from Alabama. I've been on food stamps. Let me tell you how food stamps work in Alabama. I'm talking about like today, not in the 1960s. I'm talking about in 2022. All right, well, 2010, I think it was. Yeah, I got on for like 3 months, whatever, 6 months. But let me say this: when I went in there, it was like, okay, you can't have more than $1,000 or something a month income or some shit like that. For me to get the full amount, that's what I wound up getting, which was at the time was like $250 a month. They said you can't have more than 1,000. So of course I put down on paper, I ain't have no money. I was unemployed or something, but I'm just saying. So what they're saying is your household, you can't have but like $2,000 or some ridiculously low number, which means if two adults are working a job in that house, they gonna make more than $2,000. So probably in order to keep you single and not have a man in the house, if you're a woman with children, they probably would want you to be in that house single. So what they did was they just changed it to the amount of money that you qualify for based on your income is so fucking low that it behooves you to not have a man in the house. Because if you put that man on the paperwork as your husband and you married, you ain't gonna qualify for no damn food stamps. He making like 35 and you making 40. You ain't getting no food stamps. Okay, if you got 4 or 5 kids, you're not getting them. If you do, you're gonna get a very small amount. They want you to be living below poverty to qualify. In order to get Section 8, there's a certain amount of money for that. And a certain amount of you can't make but a certain amount. Why? See, when you embrace policies like this for one ensures that you, first of all, gonna not own a home, right? Which stops you from building wealth, right? This is what created this motherfucker you see on the screen. All these policies, and we're talking 3 and 4 generations going back to the 60s, all the way up to now, right? So we talking about 60 years of just policy after policy after policy, abortion after abortion, us now getting into this LGBT stuff. So all these policies, and guess what, black people? You supported them at every turn. Anything the white liberal has proposed, you've been for, right? Now the white liberal is literally telling your child that they don't have to show up to class. They can get answers wrong on a test, and we're going to give them an A anyway. Knowing damn well when that child leave, if they don't know what 1 + 1 is, they're not going to be able to function in society. They know that shit. They don't give a fuck. The soft bigotry of low expectations, right? So you support this shit, man. You support this shit. The number one issue that you see when motherfuckers talk to the president is prison fucking reform. The niggas, the pants-sagging thug motherfuckers that then terrorize the fucking community selling dope. Well, it's non-violent. Fuck that. Look. Let me go ahead and, I hate to be that guy because I got friends and shit. Like I said, I'm not trying to shit on people that have been in prison. I'm really not, because the people that's getting their lives together, this ain't about you. Don't get in your feelings. But that's the problem. Like Angela Stanton King made it her business. My little boy he watching some. So I'm gonna play this here. Now I want y'all to see what Tariq got to say. Watch this shit here. This is the type of shit that we talk about right here.
And maybe you were making an overgeneralization, but you said that white people in society have a glass floor that they won't fall below. That's true of maybe rich white people from influential families, from powerful families. But for like the poor white man or immigrant whites, how is that like in any way a reality?
Kyle Rittenhouse was a poor white boy,
and Harvey Weinstein was a rich small hat. That doesn't prove or disprove shit. Taking anecdotal situations like Kyle Rittenhouse, who quite frankly was innocent, on camera, they tried to shoot this boy on camera and he shot them and got off. Well, I mean, they were assaulting him on camera, chasing him, throwing shit at him. He's scared, running, turned around, shot the dude. They chased him down. Motherfucker had a gun behind his back, about to shoot him again, tried to shoot him, and he shot his fucking bicep off. Duh. Kyle Rittenhouse? Like, it's just, like, he's talking like it's just a foregone conclusion that Kyle Rittenhouse clearly was a white supremacist and wanted to kill niggers, and that's just the bottom line, right? Let's go.
Look how they're treating him.
Okay, I don't see how that disproves. Like, if you were to go to like someone in the booth, like someone out here in Alabama, and you were to tell them you have a glass floor, from which you can't fall behind. These people who are like dirt poor, living on social welfare.
They're not.
Do you genuinely believe that like these people are like so much better off than like your average black individual?
Yes. You know why? Yes. You know why?
Why?
Because they're not being criminalized. They can sit up there in those trailer parks in Alabama and South Carolina and wherever else, smoke meth all day, and they're not criminalized. They're not putting these people in jail in masses. They're not.
See that the number one issue is jail. White supremacy is hurting and criminalizing black men because we're just walking down the street and they just throwing us in jail because we're innocent, but they're racist. And there are situations where that has happened. I'm not saying that has never happened, but it's happening on mass where black people need to formulate their whole political policy around the support of fixing prison and jail and police and all that shit. That's the number one issue. You know what that implies? That all black people are fucking criminal and hood and street niggas. That's what he's basically saying. All black people are street thug, drug dealing motherfuckers that want to be left alone so we can kill, loot, shoot, stab, do whatever the fuck we gonna do, and you shouldn't come out here and fuck with us. And I should be able to cuss you, spit on you, talk to you like you ain't shit, and you can't touch me, cop. Fuck you, pig. Right? I hate the pig. Bitch, I ain't telling you shit. Yeah, they shot a little 3-year-old girl playing in the front yard with her toys. But fuck it, nigga, I ain't no snitch. Right? This is where we at, dog. This is where we at. And you want to look, man. You want me to care about them niggas? Let me tell you how I feel about them. I'm gonna show you.
Well, now my daddy's gonna glory. I work
I'm gonna show y'all how I feel about these niggas in prison. Here we go.
real hard. I drank corn liquor. That
Sambo.
whoa.
Champion, let's those same white boys call him Shine or Sambo.
Whoa, Lord.
He just smiles.
Dream about the time when I was a little boy.
Can't talk.
The night would get
Can barely read or write his own name. Don't care. He'd tell you they like him. Or that colored folks ain't supposed to have but so much sense.
Yes, he would.
You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do.
Let me tell you what the damage is one ignorant nigga can do. One ignorant nigga can cost a black community millions of fucking dollars in wealth. They do it all the fucking time. And you want to get them niggas out because it was a non-violent offense. He got caught with some crack. He needs to be out. No, that nigga need to do his 5 years. I'm good. Let him do his 5 years. That shit ain't right. White boy got caught with some crystal meth. They ain't give him 5. Fuck the white boy. I ain't talking about the white boy. I'm talking about your ass. White boy got parents that can pay for a lawyer. White boy got uncles and shit that might have some shit that might can come and pay for him a different defense. You got a public defendant. Right? And guess what? Your mama don't own shit because you niggas get mad when a motherfucker come in the neighborhood and try to fix up a house and cut the grass and put paint on that bitch and shit like that. They start raising the fucking taxes. What do you niggas say then? Man, they gentrifying me out my neighborhood. All right, so you don't want motherfuckers coming in your neighborhood fixing the bitch up, right? You don't want to do shit but rent for 40 fucking years. You want to keep rent. You don't want to ever buy the house, but that's your hood. You'll die about that bitch. Now, you rent, you don't own shit in that motherfucker. But you will die by the motherfucker that come through there. And he from the wrong set or something. He from the wrong neighbor. Man, fuck that nigga. That nigga from cross town, man. That nigga ain't shit, man. Bitch ass nigga. Like that, right? Oh, yeah, we've all seen that. Right? You from the who the fuck is this nigga here? This nigga, oh, you with so-and-so? Okay, let me know something, dog. Let me know something. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen it. Motherfuckers pull guns. I had a nigga pull guns out on me back in like 95 over some bullshit. My homeboy going to see a dude. I'm walking with him. Man, who the fuck is this nigga here? Niggas pulled out. I'm like, oh. Oh, no, he good, man. He with me. Like, bitch ass nigga just gonna shoot me down just for walking. Damn. And they see me walking with the dude and we talking, and they still pull a fucking gun. Just on some tough guy shit. These are the motherfuckers. Them niggas, listen, man. If a motherfucker make it to 10 years old and he a lost cause, fuck him. That's where I'm at with it. There are some that can come back. A lot of them gonna come back. I just ain't got time for it. I don't have time for it. This has nothing to do with wealth. I know y'all think, well, this got something to do with wealth. They just don't have no jobs. They just don't. Man, look here, man. It's a million fucking jobs out here right now. If you really want to work, your ass can get to some money right now. It's a million jobs out here. You want some skills or some shit? You want to get a job and a skill set where your ass can be out here making $100,000. Shout out to one of my students. My boy just called me. I got a testimonial. Shit, I ought to play that bitch now. You know what I'm saying? I got a testimonial for one of my students yesterday. Brother bust his ass, got it out the mud, and I'm proud of him, damn it. Want to hear that shit? Check him out.
What's going on, everybody? This is Anthony. I watched the video.
Yeah, that's right. Anthony from the comments on my videos. Yeah, that's him.
A year ago with Erica Williams and Sub-Zero, and inspired me. I was studying. I went through his course, studied hard, and now I just got my offer letter today for double what I'm making now. It's just to get my foot in the door, but I literally have no experience and just worked hard, man. Honestly. All right.
Yeah. See, brothers like this, he gonna be all right. It don't matter. Ant gonna be all right. He gonna be straight. The brother y'all see in my comments, shout out to him. Proud of him. Brother bust his ass. I told him, say, brother, you got it out the mud, brother. He's like, thank you. I'm like, brother, you did it. You bust your ass. You studied. You got it out the mud. You followed directions. He did what the fuck he was supposed to do. That's how shit worked. And so I'm supposed to sit up here and feel sorry for these motherfuckers. Well, listen to how I feel about them niggas. Check it out.
We were in France in the First War. We'd won decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon.
Thanks for the super chat, brother. Dick Thug said these brothers try to rep blocks they don't even own. Exactly. Thanks, Ragamuffin, for the super chat, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Put a read.
So this nigga let them make him look like a monkey. And I know what you're saying. Well, I mean, I ain't like that. I ain't no nigga that's gonna go. No, you a coon. It's just like the dude told Omar Epps in the closet. He was like, you don't understand, do you? It ain't but one nigga in this room, and it's you. Right? You the nigga. It pains me. I got a burden. We all have a burden as black men. You know who it is? Thugs. Y'all don't hear that shit. You a black man, your burden is the thug. The minute that you show any aggression, you have to deal with the burden, the handicap of motherfuckers thinking that you these motherfuckers they see on the 6 o'clock fucking news. And then you want to have the same hat. I know what y'all thinking. Sub, you out of touch, man. No, motherfuckers ain't combing their hair no more. They walk around with this naughty ass hair and shit. So now you like, okay, you look ungroomed, naughty, like you don't give a fuck about how you look. And you look like you can go from that to robbing, shooting, killing, raping, doing whatever the fuck. So yeah, that's what people think. The burden of the black man is the thug image. It is, whether we want to admit that shit or not. What's up, right?
In his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, king of the monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
See, I'm for having a fucking immune system around this bitch. I am. I couldn't be the judge and that stupid ass nigga come up in there and I'm the judge. Bitch, kill him now. Kill him. I don't give a fuck what his mama say. Get his man, get her ass. You want to go to jail? Shut the fuck up or get out. That's what I say. Oh, my baby. Fuck your baby. Fuck him. Fuck him now. Take his ass out back. Chop his fucking head off. That's where I'm at with that shit. Put that shit on a fucking bridge. Right by that nigga neighborhood. Fuck that shit. Take his corpse, his body, hang that bitch on the other side of the neighborhood. I'm dirty like that with that shit. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You want to take a gun and go out here and shoot people's family members and shit down? Guess what? You know what's real fucked up, guys? This shit happens all the fucking time. I hope y'all know that. For some reason, this story has gotten a little attention. Guys, I know motherfuckers that went on a shooting spree. I can say his name, last name Harris. I went to school with him. I know that nigga. That nigga in Prattville, Alabama. He from Montgomery. Nigga went in Prattville and went on a fucking shooting spree for no fucking reason. I know another nigga was at Chuck E. Cheese, pulling the gun out, went to school, went to high school with him. Nigga still in prison right now. They say he done been turned into a woman. Last time I saw this nigga, he was all trying to be a thug and shit. Yeah, he from Memphis. This brother right here is from Memphis. But that's what I'm saying. People go on shooting sprees all the fucking time. Niggas do that shit all the time. Motherfuckers used to come in high school. I seen niggas do that shit in high school. Shooting up in schools and shit. Now it's a big fucking deal. It's not, it wasn't back. I'm sorry, but I know plenty of black folks. Your ass went to a school. You went to a black school. You seen niggas pulling guns out. You seen that shit. It's nothing. It wasn't even a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of these monkey motherfuckers. I'm sick of them. I fucking hate these niggas. I need prayer. I shouldn't hate nobody, but I don't like these niggas. I don't like you mean mugging bitch ass niggas. I can't ride down the fucking street. I can't go no fucking where. Every time I go, I'm in my house looking for houses. This nice ass house, beautiful neighborhood. I turn the corner. I said, oh shit, this shit ain't gonna sell. Thundercat motherfuckers out there standing, pants sagging. I pull up, they hear my fucking jazz music in my car. Oh, this nigga's a bitch. Oh, this a bitch ass. Them niggas looking at me all mean and shit. I'm like, what the fuck were you? I got this look like, man, what the fuck y'all niggas looking at? Because I'm not scared of them niggas, but I don't want no shit because I know I'm not ready to finish it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I went in the house, talked to the agent. She gave me the code. I went in that bitch, walked around. She told me the price. I said, yeah, I'll let you know. I'm thinking to myself, shit, I ain't making no offer. If it's 40 niggas standing outside, that's why you're not selling that shit. That's why they fuck up. Guys, guess what? Didn't I say earlier? I say those dudes cost us millions of dollars in wealth. We don't even see it. Let me tell y'all some slick shit, man. So in my neighborhood where I'm from, I got there in like 1979, 1980, right? Maybe 1981, somewhere in there. That's when we moved. Maybe 82. So we moved in, the house, neighborhood. It was black, but it was, people kept their grass cut. We had a bunch of old couples that stayed across the street. I remember we had a duplex across the street, and we had a bunch of old couples surrounding us. One dude next door, this older woman next door. That's it. Everybody like older. Now I'm trying to think. There were older people in these neighborhoods, right? And so what really made it crazy was, we were kids, we played kickball and shit, but it was different. Shit was innocent. You had little situations of shit that took place. But for the most part, everybody kind of got down how they got down. You know what I'm saying? The funny thing about it that really kind of made me think twice about this shit, about this neighborhood, was, as I got older, I started noticing people that I went to school with and I was friends with, and guys I used to play with as kids wound up going to fucking jail for murder and shit. Like I hung out with a dude that's a straight up killer. Him and his brother. I used to hang with them niggas every day. Shit. And the other brother. You got a family, 3 brothers, all of them went to jail for killing people. Different dudes. Right? I told y'all about them little kids that stayed behind me. They used to cut through my yard at 6, 7 years old, mean mugging me like bitch ass, and to talk to me like, fuck you, bitch ass. That's how they used to talk to me at 6 years old. And I knew then, I said, oh, them niggas gonna make the news. I told them niggas, I said, oh, you niggas gonna make the news one day. Fuck you, nigga. I'm like, oh, you gonna make the news. I see your little stank ass on the news, nigga. Go ahead. Go on. They used to cut through my yard. Me mugging me while you cutting through my shit. Right? Never forgot that. Needless to say, them niggas make the news. One of them dead, the other one locked up. I ain't seen the other one in 30 years. I ain't seen his ass in forever. See what I'm saying? Typical nigga shit. The shit is predictable. Them niggas at like 9 years old went and robbed the damn store and threw the gun behind my house. Police knocked on the door and found it. They was trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, them niggas planted that shit in my yard. They found that shit. Niggas had an old revolver, went and robbed the damn store. Everybody knew it was them. Like, it was like the cops knew, okay, it's only so many kids around here that's got that type of parenting. And she said, what did the kid look like? He asked the lady to say, I know who did it. Sweeney brothers behind you. They the ones did. So, okay, I ain't, went in the back, got their ass, took them to juvie. It is what it is, man. My thing is, at the end of the day, guys, I hate to say this, the black community needs to feel pain. It just does. Listen to me. We need it, man. We need our ass kicked. We do. Bad. And I'm going to tell you why. We too fat. We too comfortable. We too lenient. We don't really think. We make a lot of dumb choices. We support a lot of fuckery, ratchet shit. Right? We always want to take the side of the motherfucker that fucked up. And we always want to say, okay, what about the bottom? That's the mentality of the black people. Right? Like Carter G. Woodson was right. We want to seek out the back door. Right? We have got to go to the bottom. We refuse to say, well, fuck it. I'm going for the top. I'm striving for the top. I'm striving for excellence. Fuck it. I'm finna get this. I'm finna get that. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna take it. That's not black people. Oh no. Now you got a few of us out here like that. But for the most part, typically what black people tend to do, and this is how I know that shit is true. The black people today are the house niggas. Like, and I mean that shit, like, I mean that with all sincerity. Black people today are straight up house niggas. All of them. 99% of black people are house niggas. I'm gonna explain to you why. If you go back in slavery, think about the field nigga and the house nigga. What did Malcolm say about the house nigga? He would eat what the master ate, whatever the master gave him. He would sleep where the master had allowed him to sleep, in the attic or in the basement. Right? He would take care of he loved his master. Right? And if somebody came to him as a field nigga came here and said, man, we got to get away from here, what would the house nigga say? What's better than what we got here? I mean, you really want to try to leave? Y'all remember that movie, Birth of a Nation? Dude was trying to play the house nigga. They should have slit his throat first. He should have been the first one. He was upset. He was like, man, y'all finna overthrow. Yeah, nigga, we finna overthrow. This nigga here whooping our ass, got us out. He raping our family members and shit. Mamas and aunties and daughters and sisters and shit. Coming here fucking them right in my fucking face. Like, this is the type of shit they would do. So he's like, man, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, man. We ain't taking that shit. We gonna slaughter these motherfuckers. We gonna kill his mama, his dad, his son, the infant. We gonna burn all the motherfuckers. We finna go off. House nigga be the main one had a problem with that shit. You ever notice that shit? And guys, and I bet you say, well, how does that liken to us? Like, how does that liken to black people? Let me ask you something right now today. If somebody say, okay, what is gonna provide black people freedom? Families and economics, right? Number one, when I start talking about pro-family, I can't be LGBT. I can't. You can't support. And I'm not trying to be homophobic. I'm not trying to say anything oppressive. This is not hate speech, okay? I'm just saying that is anti-family, though. That is true. That's not hate. That's not hate speech. If a person wants to be the same sex, then they can't have kids. That's just, you're not gonna have kids. And if you're gonna say you're gonna adopt, now you're getting into me what I think is dysfunctional. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think two-parent households are meant to be same sex. That's just my personal opinion. That's me. That's what I think. I don't think that's the most optimal situation. The way that a man is designed and a woman is designed is for a reason, right? That's just the bottom line. A woman's designed a certain way. When a woman pops out a baby, it's a lot of things that a woman tends to kick into a woman. I saw that shit. I had a bird's eye view of that shit. I was right front row of that shit with my son and his mom and how she was before and after. A woman have a child, shit change, rewires in their head. They think different. They look at shit different when they got a child that they got to take care of. So that's how women are. Men do too. We change, right? This is how the creator, this is how God created us, right? Now, let's go back to the field nigga mentality analogy, right? So the field nigga house nigga, the house nigga wanted to stay and he refused to leave, right? So freedom isn't something that he really cared about because he thought that, man, the effort and energy that it takes to get freedom is damn near impossible in his mind. He didn't believe that he could that freedom, that he could ever have the lifestyle and the comforts that the master afforded him. So why would he want to leave the plantation? He wanted to stay right where he was. Whereas the field brother was like, man, look, bro, they whooping my ass. They raping me and my damn family members. I'm not staying here. I'm finna go out and I'm finna get out in this field. I don't give a damn if I get. Thanks for the super chat, Superman. I appreciate it. He got out there. He's like, man, look, I don't know what I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna get what I can get. Fuck it. And if I'm sleeping under a fucking bridge, guess what? I'm free. I work when I work, and when I work, I get the money that I deserve, and it goes in my pocket. I eat what I kill, right? Black people today don't want no eat what we kill. Man, you guys, black folks today are house niggas. They don't want equality. Listen. Do you really want to be treated fairly? Like, do we really, really, really want to be treated fairly? We say that. Your ass don't want to be treated fairly. Okay. So somebody say, all right, man, we're not letting nobody into no Ivy League schools unless they make a 28 on the ACT or higher. Oh, that ain't fair. The black kids don't make that. But well, shit, you said you want to be treated fairly. Fuck it, it's just gonna be all Asians then, right? Oh, well, that's not fair. See, we're not okay. So you don't want fairness. You want shit. You want shit to be given to you because you don't. You know you're not equal. Like this, I hate to say this shit because it sounds like I hate when you say equal. That's really fucked up. What I'm saying, I know what you're thinking. Damn, this nigga hate black folks. I don't hate black folks. You can be. You are equal, and I'm not saying you're not. Right? You are equal, but you're not right now because you don't culturally have the tools to compete in the 21st century. And because you don't have these tools, you are going to suffer. And that's what started this whole thing was you need to fucking suffer. That's what need to happen. And when America is struggling financially and you niggas can't eat and you can't take, like this motherfucker on the screen ain't gonna be able to take care of himself. His mom ain't gonna be able to take care of him. And nobody got no government because you can look at him. He got government shit all you can tell. Look at the nigga neck. Who the fuck is think? If I'm a parent, this dude is 19. If I'm a parent, you ain't staying in my house with a tattoo on your neck. You're not getting a tattoo on your neck because you have a career. You have shit to look forward to in life. Right? I got tattoos, but I ain't getting them motherfuckers. I was in my late 20s and 30s. I wasn't finna get out there and get no damn I got one tattoo at like 24. I did. But other than that, and that tattoo was something, if I put on a polo, you never saw it. Right? So I'm trying to understand how these people are out here throwing themselves in these situations where we always want to come to the government and politicians and be like, well, you know what, man, the government is not fair, man. The system is designed for us to fail. And you know, it's their fault, man. You know, it's like, man, fuck that. I'm tired. When are we going to be fucking men? Stand the fuck up. I'm talking about black men. I'm not even talking to the black women. When are we going to be men? Like, we can't allow ourselves to be drugged like this. Right now, what is going on right now is you're being drugged like Achilles dragged Hector in that movie Troy. He's just dragging your dead fucking carcass across the damn floor. Everybody just, oh my God, it's embarrassing. This shit is fucking embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I said it. So yeah, I'm angry. I'm fucking angry that this dude then went out here and then ended some people's family members' lives on some rah-rah, I want to be famous bullshit. Because this the most attention this bitch ass nigga done ever got in his life. Because his dad probably never looked at him once or twice in his whole damn life. Probably don't know who his dad is. Right? And so now he's struggling. He up here now finna be bent over somewhere in prison. But hey, he'll start. He knows. See, let me tell you something. Prison ain't good enough for motherfuckers like this. I don't need him in a mental institution. He needs to be dead. And he needs to die a painful, slow death. That's justice. When you do some heinous shit like this, or you fuck with some children, or you shooting babies, when you saw kids, like if you pull a gun out and you see children and you still busting at the motherfucker and you shoot a baby, that's automatic 1 week death penalty, and it's gonna take you 4 days. You're gonna cry and beg for your fucking life. And I don't care nothing about you. I'll sit there and bust a nut while you crying. That's how I am about that shit. I will bust an orgasm while they sitting. If a judge was to do that shit, I will have a nut just, oh man, this is just the greatest thing in life. I just can't believe, man, this is what we need. Pain. Pain, bitch. That's what you need. You need pain. The black community needs pain. See, for the house nigga to be waking up, he has to suffer. Yes, Master need to go completely fucking broke. Master like, look, man, I can't feed you. And that motherfucker out on the street struggling. Like, God damn, man, fuck it. Let me go ahead. And that's when you going to come to your senses. Like the prodigal son. Yeah, we all know the prodigal son, right? Oldest son, he got a third. He got like 2/3 of his dad's inheritance. His dad said, hey, he said, I don't want to wait till you pass away. Go and give it to me now. He went out there, he got it. He went out into the city, he partied, did his thing, got drunk, had wine, had women, wound up broke, and was bent over, eating from a carafe or whatever they call it, where the horses get their water from. He said, look, man, the servants at my dad's house eat better than this. I'm going to just go back to my dad's house and get, see, he came to his senses. The Bible says he came to his senses. Nah, this is the dude that killed them folks in Memphis, was the shooter, right? The dude came to his senses and he realized what he was doing. He said, man, he realized the error of his ways. And his mentality was, when I'm going to go back, I'm not expecting for my dad to embrace me like that. I squandered everything. He said, but at least let me look. I ain't asking for that. Just let me be a servant. And the dad was so happy he came back. He threw a party. He threw a feast. And the other son like, why you didn't do that for me? I never left you. He's like, well, yeah, but I would have did the same for you. You know what I'm saying? And he's back and we love him and we just glad to have him back. Right? And the thing is this, the moral of that story, the prodigal son's a deep story, right? Because I often feel like that prodigal son in certain ways in my life. You know what I'm saying? We all do if you walk with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You feel that way. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, man, the black community needs to come to its senses. You've become fat with the wealth of the white man. The white man has given us so much. And I bet you, like, you coon ass nigga. I'm gonna give you a good example. I'm gonna give you guys a good example right here. So I'm gonna give y'all a song that pretty much illustrates everything. So let me see if I can find this song. Where's this song? I can't even find it. Where is it? Here we go. Right, listen to this. I want y'all to listen to the words. Now, this is the mentality that a lot of these people have. But listen, the stuff I've been saying makes me a coon. Watch this.
Coon train is coming. Coon train is coming. What about black on black crime?
See that? He said, what about black on black crime? So you can't say shit about this nigga right here on this screen. See what I'm saying? You can't. You see how cool? This is why this nigga gets away. It's why this shit happen all the time. This is why this shit happens all the time. Because anybody that says that, what about black on black crime, is a coon. So I'm cooning right now. Let's keep going.
Coon train is coming.
Where's the white women at?
Coon train is coming. Coon train is coming.
All white people ain't bad.
Is coming.
I mean, I wonder, is his mother-in-law bad? All white, does that make him a coon? Because his mother-in-law is full white Jewish woman. I mean, I wonder if she bad. But let's keep going.
We is our own worst enemy.
We our own worst enemy. See, you can't say that to black folks. That's cooning. We is our own worst enemy. That's cooning now. That's the lyrics to the coon song. Coon train is coming.
What about black on black crime?
And that's what he talks about, right? And so, and what's that song? It is right. Look at the coon. Right here go another song. They got a video about that shit. Oh wait a minute. Well, this is just juicy. Let me show y'all this. So they got a video for this shit. Now this is the video for Here Come the Coons. Look at the Coons. So Steve Harvey's a coon for meeting with Donald Trump when he was trying to implement that housing shit with the housing and urban development, trying to help black people with wealth. And he said, and Obama told him to go in there and talk to him. Steve Harvey was a coon for that. Let's go. Chrisette Michelle is a coon because she sung at the inauguration for Donald Trump. She a coon. Let's go. Ray Lewis is a coon who has done the Baltimore 1000, the Ferguson 1000, the Miami 1000, has expunged I don't know how many brothers' records out here in these streets, out here getting jobs with people, got the dude from Under Armour to help him do it. He's a coon because he's talking to Donald Trump. Right? See, you see what I'm saying? Look at the coon. Dennis Rodman the coon. What? I mean, Rodman the coon too, huh? Let's go. Look at the coon. Always cooning for you. Look at the coon. Look at the coon. Look at the coon. Always cooning for you. We got race soldiers driving up and down the street. See, first thing that nigga said, we got race soldiers driving up and down the street. So this is a coon. This is a Tariq Nasheed Hidden Colors supporter. He has probably donated thousands of dollars to Hidden Colors 27, right? And in the museum and all that shit, he is a faithful Tariq follower. And so race soldiers, this is number one thing that's stressing black folks right now is race soldiers, cops, not cops, race soldiers, people that are cops, but they really race soldiers. They white supremacists, right? Looking for a picnic today. Will it be you? Y'all know what started this sister right here, Stacey Dash, being a coon. Let me explain to y'all what happened. Stacey Dash, and back in 2011, Stacey Dash said that she was going to support Mitt Romney. And the next thing you know, Stacey Dash was a coon. That's what started it. Go look it up. Stacey Dash was like, I don't support Obama. I voted for Obama back in 2008. I think this unemployment is at this high. I think unemployment was at like 9% or some shit like that. And she said, I don't support Obama. She said, and everybody got mad at her because she said that shit on Instagram or some shit. And that's what started that spiral. I don't support everything she say because she doubled down on that shit and did a lot of shit that, you know, I disagree with some of that shit she was saying, but at the end of the day, she at least, that's what started her being a coon. She didn't support Obama in 2012. Back is pulled over for a broken down line, and then they blown out your brain. You say, see that race soldier riding up down the street, you get pulled over for a broken tail light and they blow out your brains for a broken tail light. That's why they shoot people. Although there are, what, upwards of 60, 70 million interactions with black people per year, of which only about 40, 50, sometimes 8, 7 unarmed blacks get killed per year. Not to say that anybody unarmed and black should be shot, okay? I'm not supporting that. But what I'm telling you is, this is the mentality. You majoring on minor shit. I'm not saying the police love niggas. Fuck the police. I'm not a fan of the police either. But let's keep it a buck. We're not talking about the number one issue. Economics, families, pro-family policies, the black family. You should incentivize that type of shit. What's up, Ricky? Let's go. And then take the coons. Oh, look at the coons. Wow. Because we're living under the system. I guess Shaq a coon too, because he said something. I don't know what Shaq supported law enforcement because he's a sheriff. He's trained with the police. He got a lot of friends that's probably in law enforcement. So I guess Shaq is a coon too. Because we living in a system of white supremacy, and here come the coons. Watch this. White supremacy, white supremacy. Look at the coons. Look at the coons. Look at the coons. Shaq said Trump won fair and square. Well, Anyway, I can't say, you can't say that on we're gonna ignore that. I just read what he said. That's all I said. Let's go. Leave it to Jesus. Their frustrations, Sub-Zero, their frustrations nobody has trained them how to be men. I'm not condoning their behavior, but I don't know what it feels like to be young, lost, and angry. Why the fuck are you angry? Please click the link. Please click the link. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, Jesus. Put the link in the chat. Why are you angry? You got all this free shit given to you. You got a free education. You young, got your whole life ahead of you, and you want to grab a fucking gun and go shoot motherfuckers up because you're angry at who? You angry at your parents because they didn't give you shit, bitch? Join the military. Get the fuck out of Memphis, nigga. This nigga out here committing murders and shit. Fuck this nigga. Thank you, brother. Now please explain that shit. Go ahead.
What up, man?
What's up, brother?
No, dude, we've had conversations. You and I talk. Like I said, I'm not condoning what he did. I blast dudes all the time for not being discerning and not using their brain and not. Dude, your faculties have to be on overdrive in this system. I mean, both you and I have talked about our trials and tribulation. What I said in the comment was, I know what it's like to be young, lost, and angry because you see a whole world going on in front of you and you can't participate in it. Why
can't you? Why can't you?
Dude, because you turn 18 and all of a sudden they throw you out there and tell you, oh, you need to figure it out. You're a man. Meanwhile, your mama has had you all these years. You got no kind of training. You don't even know how to.
You're a grown ass man. That don't matter no more. You're a man. So tell me why.
That's the thing.
Hold on.
Go
Wait.
ahead.
So tell me why a kid who grew up, because that's not even the most single mom situations. If we're really being honest with ourselves, that's not most single mom situations where it's some fucked up she turning tricks right in front of you or some shit. Usually, that's not the case.
It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be that. But she cannot teach you how to conduct yourself, how to condone yourself. I'm sorry, how to conduct yourself in the society. She cannot teach you how to deal with situations.
Should the young black man go the way of the dodo bird? Because that's what it sounds like you're condoning.
Bro, okay. Let me say this again. I do not condone that behavior.
You gotta say that. You gotta say that. Should they go the way of the dodo bird? Should they be destroyed? What would your solution be?
No, they should not be destroyed.
What are you saying? So
what I'm saying is,
hold on. Let me rephrase the question. Are you saying that because they didn't learn how to balance a checkbook, because they didn't learn about credit, because they didn't learn and they're 18, right? That what I mean, because I'm sorry, I've been 18 and didn't have shit or didn't know shit and had to figure it out. It's called life, trial and error. Now, going and taking a gun and going on a shooting spree, I'm sure you're not condoning. You ain't got to say that. But what I'm saying is, I'm sorry. I'm tired of feeling sorry for motherfuckers because you grew up in a single parent fucking home. So do a lot of motherfuckers. Hold on, damn it. Hold on. A lot of people grew up in single parent homes. Black people, white folks, ain't just black folks that grew up in single parent homes. That's not an excuse for you to go fuck up because you don't know how to be a fucking man. At the end of the day, that shit is trial and error. Guess what? Nobody taught me how to get a girl's phone number. Nobody taught me a lot of shit. I had to figure it out. We're men. We're not only are we men, you are a human being who's expected to have what's called critical thinking skills to be able to hold on. To be expected to function in a society where you could go in a situation, see some shit one time and say, okay, I probably don't need to do that no more. Black people are the only people that are expected to keep hitting their fucking head up against the wall for 40 years. You graduated at 18, come back at 48, 38, 58, and you fucking up and they point back, well, you know, when he was 18, that don't matter. That does not matter. I don't give a shit. Black man, it is on you. It's on you and the good Lord. And you need to get your life together. It has nothing to do with anyone else except responsibility for yourself, even if you were raised in a situation where you didn't have a dad, you didn't have this. Seek that shit out.
And I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I'm all for what P. Caves TV said. Dude, when you find yourself in these destitute situations, immediately take your ass to the nearest recruiting center, the military recruiting center, and just sleep on the front step until they open, and say, I'm not leaving this place until I get into the military.
I'm not even the biggest proponent of military. I think you can go to a community college and get a skill set. But if you out here so bad the way you worry about shooting and killing, join the fucking
these dudes are down bad, dude. Sub, let me tell you something. I am seeing more and more young black males out here homeless, just walking around, wandering the street. It's hot as hell in Texas. Motherfuckers wearing a hoodie and shit because that's all he got to wear. Got that 1,000-mile stare. Got that 1,000-mile stare in his face.
Hold on, let me interject one more thing. So I want to say this too. Now, yes, your parents are responsible for you till you turn 18, to put a roof over your head and feed you and clothe you, right? They're supposed to instill values in you, right? But at a certain point, when you become a teenager, not at 18, I'm talking about when you become 14, 13, I ain't gonna say the exact number, but when you become a young adult, I'm sorry, guys. I think now you have to accept, just like you can take a driver's license and you can get a DUI as a 16-year-old, you can actually join the military younger than 18. I don't know what the age is, but you can join the military young, you can get your GED. There are certain things that you should be able to accept as you become a young adult. And I'm sorry, when I see a young man that is failing in life, doesn't have certain things, he got free schooling. He went to school just like the rest of us. He could have got a lot of shit that at 17, 18, let me tell you something. When I was 17, I had a bad GPA, all that shit. I wasn't going to be, first of all, I was going to do what the fuck my mama and my dad told me, so I wasn't going to be on the streets. That's number one. I'm going to be obedient to my parents. I respected my parents, never raised my hand or voice to my parents. That's how I am, right? But at the same time, when it came down to it, I knew back then when I graduated high school and I had a 1.9 GPA, I took calculus and trigonometry and all that shit, but guess what? I was lazy. I knew it. I was there. I didn't have a full ride scholarship at 18 to Ivy League colleges because I was fucking lazy. I didn't do my work. I was chasing girls and basketball and shit. I wouldn't do my homework. I was out here trying to be the class clown, talking all the
but you knew better. You knew better.
That's what
you knew better.
That don't matter. That doesn't matter what I knew better. No, it don't.
Okay. Again, like I said, I'm not condoning this. But what I'm saying is most people do not have critical thinking skills. You're not born with it. It has to be developed.
No,
it has to be developed.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
What? Critical thinking skills don't have to be developed?
No.
Let me tell you something. So you're talking about this guy, but there was a story, and it flew under the radar because I guess it was this white kid, about 24 years old. Mm-hmm. He killed his mother and then got in his car and ran somebody over and killed. This just happened like a month and a half ago or something. And the police arrested him. He killed the person in his car. And what it was is he was in a fight with his mother over some money because the guy didn't have a job and, he needed some money. His mother wouldn't give him some money, right? So I remember because that brought me back to a situation I was when I was down bad. And I asked my mother for $5.
Do you know what critical thinking is?
Yes, I know what critical thinking is.
What is it? Because I don't think you do.
Dude, the ability to rationalize, okay?
Okay,
hold
on. Now, I believe that a creator put us here. So, but let's say, what's the difference between me and a dog?
You have a higher level of thinking.
It's not just a higher level of thinking. It is critical thinking.
Cognition.
Exactly. Cognitive abilities, right? So if I'm able to reason, then I have anybody that has the ability to reason and I'm in my right mind. I'm not talking about somebody that's not in their right mind, okay? I'm talking about if I'm in my right mind, I have all my faculties and I have the ability to reason, damn it, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry. I can't go and say, well, nobody taught him, or you know what, he doesn't have the ability to critically think. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because guess what? That same person, and I'm gonna tell you how I know this. That same, in certain instances, people that are crazy, when they say they crazy, they say they got, not necessarily crazy. People that do shit that's wrong, They got enough sense to know who to fuck with and when and where to fuck with. They do.
Dude, critical thinking is more than that. Look, put it this way. When you after the housing crash, you talk about all the time. After the housing crash, when you were working at Winn-Dixie, you figured it out and you got yourself into IT. You don't even have IT certifications, but you were able to work your way and get into IT. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were able to think critically and figure out a way to get yourself in the door, right?
Okay.
Okay, so somebody that got into IT 10 years earlier, one can say, well, he was able to critically think and he did it before you did. So back then, at that point.
Actually, no. See, you put me in a vacuum, bro. I made $600,000 in real estate. I played basketball overseas. No. You act like IT is the zenith of success. For me,
I never said that.
I would rather have been a real estate investor than even to this day than be an IT now. So it's not critical thinking to say that somebody that got into IT 10 years ago has better critical thinking cognitive abilities than I do, because I had the ability to figure out how to play overseas, how to model, how to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Own a comedy club, I was able to do all that because I have critical thinking skills.
But what we're saying is,
when I drop dead, when I drop dead, I'm gonna be able to say I did everything I wanted to do in life. That's what I feel.
Okay, what I'm saying is, you saying that I'm saying it has to develop, and you said no, it's not. It doesn't have to be developed. Okay, but one of the point I'm trying to
basic cognitive function as a human being. Black people, if I tell you, hey man,
I say critical thinking.
Okay, a good example. This dude lacking critical thinking skills is one thing. To say that you have no critical thinking skills is another. And I think that's where we're missing each other. Like you have a level
That's
of
the same thing.
No,
lacking it and no critical stick. Lacking is you don't have.
Lacking means, okay, if I lack money, but I got some money, do I got some money? Yes or no? I lack money, but I got some money in my account, don't I? Right? If I got $10 and I need 40, I'm lacking money, am I not?
What I'm saying is
no money means zero. Nigga, I ain't got none. Zero. I ain't got no dollars. That's lacking. That's no money.
I think we're getting into some.
And we getting into semantics, brother. Fuck
yes,
that
we
shit.
Are.
We ain't gonna ever agree on this shit, Ajisa. No. Fuck that shit. Them niggas need to be held accountable. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Throw them in the jail.
Of course they do. Of course he does.
Brother, hold on.
Dude, you kill 4 people. You gotta.
Bro, I'm gonna have to mute you. They need to go to jail. And I don't give a fuck about trying to give it. Look, if the ones that won't help, get it. But if you don't want no fucking help, if you out here on some, that nigga was a problem. You can see him with his track record. Fuck him. That nigga should get the death penalty tomorrow. I don't waste our tax dollars feeding and clothing his stank ass. Kill that motherfucker. Slow.
But what I'm saying is,
don't even spend money feeding his stank ass.
What I'm saying is, there will be more. If there's not a course correction, there will be more of him. Okay.
You know what?
These guys,
and we produce them. We produce them with our.
You're exactly right. No family structure. No family structure.
And we support all the policies. How's a motherfucker not gonna have a family when his mother can get all this free shit from the government?
You're right. You're right.
Hold on. Soon as a Republican gets in office, what's the first thing niggas say? Man, they're gonna get rid of social programs. That's what stopped Mitt Romney from beating Obama. He said people think they're victims, and I was in IT, and people were getting mad at me saying, yeah, I do well and I make 6 figures, but what about the poor? What about this? What about the drug motherfucker? What about the nigga that sell drugs? We need prison reform. So you love this shit. They love these street motherfuckers. So that's the problem, is that we love, we support, we condone, we support these bitch ass niggas. And then when they come out in our neighborhoods, they fuck our neighborhoods up. They make babies out of wedlock. The women that fuck with them, they don't cut their grass. They don't cook. They don't clean. They don't do a shit. They don't do a damn thing but get fat and watch fucking TV. The nigga got a gun pointed in my window at 8 years old trying to rob me, right? This shit is a cycle. And that's why I said we need pain. And we need fucking pain. And the only way we go.
Well, that's a form of pain. That's a form of pain. That's pain right there. That is pain.
Them niggas comfortable. Them niggas ain't in pain.
No, that is pain. No. When you say pain, that's hitting rock bottom. He's gonna get what's coming to him. But what I'm saying is, I'm looking at it from a down the line perspective. I'm looking at holistically.
Niggas in these hoods, bro. On what you talking about? These
it's more and more. They're producing these. They're producing these boys. They're having these boys. These boys have no kind of direction, and they're throwing them out there at 18. They're letting them indulge in all these things, and then they realize, oh, this shit is a trap. I guarantee that guy has kids. I guarantee that guy was needing money. I guarantee that guy.
Everything you saying about them, they don't have direction. We don't disagree with that. They getting thrown out there. Thrown out there how? Like, okay, you graduate high school. You supposed to have a plan. You don't have a plan, and you lollygag, and you getting tattoos on your fucking neck. You probably heading down the wrong path. I don't feel sorry for you, and you older. You're a grown man now. So why the fuck?
Okay, but nobody told him. Nobody told him. No, this guy does not know because that's his environment.
I don't care.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. But the more look.
Thank you. There you go. You said it. It's his environment, and you believe that the environment affects it more. See, you're a socialist. You are really into the environment shit. Me, I believe in individual accountability. You think the environment should be.
So the environment has nothing to do with how you grew up. Okay, look back to this.
Listen. Every black person I know that is successful came out of a fucked up, poor environment. We all have.
Was that the exception or the rule?
That is actually, brother. Every black middle class motherfucker you see in IT that's a nurse or a doctor came from the hood.
Okay,
so
no. But
hold on, damn it. That's actually the rule. It's only 2 million people in prison, of which about 800,000 are black men.
So most of the people from the hood. So you're saying that most of the people from the hood are successful?
I'm not saying most people from the hood are successful because a lot of them.
You just said that was the rule.
I'm saying most of the people that make it out the hood are from the hood, and just about.
And I'm telling you, those.
Go ahead, man.
I'm telling you, that is the exception. Most people will be lost. They'll make lost.
Hey, hold on. Oh, okay. He's saying black folk aren't poor. I thought Renaissance was coming at me. I agree with you, Renaissance. Black folks aren't poor. Let me say this, bro. Black people, truthfully, if I'm really telling the truth, fam, I think that the family is the real fixing of this shit. You're gonna fix
that's environment. That's the environment.
But okay. So what's your solution then, brother? Government.
I never said that. What I'm saying, if something doesn't change, you're gonna get.
Shit. I'm talking about we don't really preach individual responsibility. That's some shit we don't like. Motherfuckers want to blame the environment. Well, he from the hood and he didn't know no.
Okay. Do you want to hear my solution? It's a little radical.
Go ahead.
It's a little radical.
Outside of separation, that's some make believe shit. Go ahead.
No, but you're gonna have to. Okay. The government can no longer incentivize these women to be having kids like this. Okay. You got to cut welfare. You got to cut it. You got to cut off the teeth. They can't be at the teat of the cow. Keeps being incentivized to do this. Okay. I think there needs to be more and more social they need to be ostracized socially. This single mother culture. It needs to be ostracized.
Hold on. So now you're talking about a cultural revolution. So let me ask you something. So the cultural revolution that you're talking about, how is it going to happen? How are we going to implement it? Get into
that's what I'm saying. It has to be ostracized.
Okay, it has to be. Hold on, you're saying stop incentivizing babies. Okay, single moms getting Section 8.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay,
you gotta stop that.
So you're gonna cut.
There has to be no type of.
How politically are you gonna implement that? Because the only person that you might could fuck with would be a Republican that would even understand this shit you saying and see why it's hurting black folks. But in order to do that, now you're gonna be labeled the biggest coon and white supremacist motherfucker out here. So I just don't see that as being practical either. I really don't. I don't even think we should have anything to do with government as far as changing government because we don't have the political power to change government. We don't have the funds. We don't have no damn what you call it, groups that political active
the resources.
Yeah, we don't. We have them. We have resources. See, I don't even say that. We do have the resources. We don't have them organized to do. We got, like they always talk about spending power. That shit ain't aggregated enough where it can really go and make a difference. It don't take a lot. You could change Atlanta. Just start with Atlanta. You can't show me one city in the country where niggas done this shit. So it's not.
So let me ask you this: if somebody let's say somebody with let's say in a magical world, in a hypothetical world, Sub-Zero was running for mayor of Atlanta, do you think you would win?
No.
Exactly. Okay, but this type of sentiment has to get out there. People have to know that, okay, we don't accept this, and let it die off with the old generation, the boomers, the early generation Xers. Let it stay with them, but it's gonna die off with them. It has to be known that we don't support this type of shit. Single motherhood is not something is gonna be looked down upon. It's gonna be frowned upon. Okay, it has to be this derelict culture that's out here. It has to be where it's a social. You're isolated. You're on an island on your own.
This kid that go to school with my son has had some behavioral issues. His mom's a nurse. Mom make good money, but she can't do it all by herself.
She's a single mother.
She cannot. She got her grandmama trying to help her, but she can't do it all by herself.
There's no man in the well, why is there no man in the house?
The man that came, they say when he came to the little basketball thing he was doing or something like that. Dude ain't even pay attention to his son. He was like a nerdy looking dude. I saw him. He wasn't no street nigga. He was just a nerdy dude. Like he was off into his own little world. His son out there running up down the court. He didn't even look at him.
Okay, well, now, she chose wrong.
I mean, she well, hold on. See, G, so that's what me and you separate. He's a bitch ass nigga if he's a shitty father. I don't know his business like that, but he's a bitch. And a woman is not gonna be able to choose at 17, 18 years old that a nigga or 20 years old, 25, that this nigga ain't gonna be shit at 8 years from now. You don't know that. So for you to say, well, she chose wrong and fuck it ain't his fault. No, it's that bitch ass nigga fault for being a shitty dad. It's his fault. You can blame her. Hold on, you can blame her for vetting, but you don't want to hold men accountable, which means you ain't gonna ever get no answers, man. So to me, if you don't want to hold men accountable for shit, and it's always she chose wrong, Ejisa, because we know you ain't shit. You told me that. Don't ever forget that. Right?
Bro, let me say something.
You said no, fuck that. You said it. I'm never gonna let you live that shit down. Never. You said you ain't shit. So you would be a bad father.
Oh my God. You know what? You know what this
had
is?
A baby with you. You ain't finna marry her, right? You said yourself, you fucking with that girl you said you was fucking with that you didn't like, fuck around, come to break, she get a baby, you ain't finna wife her. So now she finna be a
I don't remember all that. I don't remember all that.
You don't want to hold men accountable. I remember that shit.
I remember all that.
I remember you told me, I know you're a nurse, brother. I know you don't. You think I don't know your ass. I know you.
Okay.
You told me.
Okay.
You said you fucking with this nurse chick.
Can I talk?
Hold on, let me finish. You said I'm fucking with this nurse chick. I don't like her like that. Now you an educated brother. You ain't no street nigga. You said I'm fucking with this nurse chick. I don't like her like that. And if she you didn't say it, but I was like, well, damn, bro, she get pregnant. You don't like her. You ain't finna wife her. So you finna create a single mom, aren't you? Aren't you?
Okay, one.
If that were to happen, would you have created a single mom? How would I know this? Because you told me.
You know, it's funny. It's funny arguing with you, right? This in wrestling, this is one of those flip moves where all of a sudden now you don't flip the guy and he's on his back. Look, you are arguing staunch, conservative, hyper conservative points, and then all of a sudden now you flip to now is the majority of men are not making these babies. Okay,
what are you talking about? Brother, it doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is being a father. Period. Okay. I'm talking about being a dad. Now,
okay. So are most men holding themselves accountable, or most men not?
Brother,
most brothers are
young men. You talking about the young men, the little statistic shit, and I seen that shit debunked. If you want to go there, I can pull that shit apart. It's not like
so most brothers are single fathers.
No, they're not. But what I'm saying,
a lot of brothers are having babies out of wedlock.
No, they're not, because their brothers are becoming 18. They being counted in the numbers too. So you can't really even just say their brothers don't have kids at 40 something. Shit. So don't tell me that. So you telling me every single fucking father that got a child and he's not married is a thug? Is that what you saying, Ejisa? You telling me it ain't a bunch of niggas like you that will fuck a woman that you don't even into, that you don't give a shit about, and then when she get pregnant, he married them, man, fuck that shit. And you'll create one and still be talking that shit, wouldn't you?
Okay, but here's the thing.
Hold on. You would still be on the internet right now talking shit while you got a baby out of wedlock. Talking shit. You know you would. You wouldn't change. You wouldn't be like, damn, I fucked up. Damn, I got to hold myself accountable. You wouldn't. It's a lot of niggas like you out here. I'm in IT. I know a bunch of niggas that got kids out of wedlock, every nigga with a baby ain't a fucking thug, man.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Key point: getting her
That
pregnant.
is a conservative point. Individual accountability is conservative.
If I have not gotten anybody pregnant, there's nothing to argue. I haven't gotten anybody pregnant.
I'm telling you that if you were, you told me too much shit. You probably shouldn't have said it. You told me,
dude. First of all, let me go back to that, dude. That is tongue in cheek. When I said that, dude, it just it gives me plausible deniability. That's all it is.
Well, yeah, you said plausible deniability. That's why you said you wasn't gonna define the relationship. I remember all that shit. I remember
when I said I ain't shit. That just gives me plausible deniability. That doesn't mean I literally think I ain't shit.
I know you don't think you're not shit, but what I'm saying is you telling me that you were with a woman.
Okay, bro, what does this have to do with that guy that shot up the place? What does this have to do with anything?
What does this have to do? Because we got into fathers. And when we get into fathers, and you talk about
most black males are not fathers.
Hold on, let me talk, brother. Shit. I'm gonna put you off in a second. Let me say something. When a black man says that it's only the woman's fault and she chose wrong, that's some weak bullshit to me. Every time a girl is not gonna be able to see into the fucking future and see you gonna be a fucked up dad. You act like niggas don't be out here telling women, yeah, baby, I'm gonna be it. And she fuck around, get pregnant, and nigga start acting up. Yeah, like that shit don't happen. Yes, it does. So I don't know. There's no statistical data to know specifically what percentages of niggas told you they was gonna be with you and try to be a daddy, and when you got pregnant and then the nigga started acting funny. We don't know that shit. So you just guesstimate, throwing that shit. Don't come on here with that red pill shit. That's basically what I'm saying. Don't throw that red pill shit on my channel and think she chose wrong. Like that's just completely for every,
okay. Let me ask you this.
Hold on. Every time a child has a dad that's not around, she just chose wrong every fucking time. Stop that shit, bro. I'm not with that.
Mr. Sub-Zero.
Go ahead, Stefan.
Hey, how y'all? Hey, fellas. Thank y'all for having me. Man, Sub-Zero, this is the first live I caught with you in a long time. And when you threw that StreamYard down, I said, I've been a fan of yours for years. I said, I gotta get up on this just to say hello to you, just to say salute to you, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you, brother.
Thank you, man. You know, I appreciate it. Hold on, let me answer this question, Renaissance. Renaissance, if I had done that, I would have known. First of all, if I had done that, I would have been a father and been in that fucking house trying to make that relationship work with that woman. That's what I would have did. But see, I married the mother. I married my son and wife upstairs. So, I mean, I kind of can talk that shit a little bit. I can beat my chest a little bit, bro. Go ahead, fam.
Really, what I wanted to do is it seems like you and this brother Elijah, y'all are kind of saying the same thing. It's just that you're kind of taking Elijah is taking the interstate and you're taking a highway, the scenic route, in a sense. I think what Elijah is trying to say, he's basically agreeing with you. It's just that what he's trying to say is, okay, and I hate to quote the manosphere, this is one of our talking points, yes, but less than 20% are single fathers are in the black community. Black men are not single fathers like that. It's about 20%. Most fathers are actually married. So therefore, and if you have 80% of black women, the total black female population that are single mothers, and you got only 20% of black single fathers, that means that black women are only having relations.
Okay, so hold on. So I just look at about 60% of black men age 15 or over are fathers. So 60%, about 60%.
Unmarried. The question is unmarried.
All right, hold on. About 40%, 40% of men are married. Brother, let me say this. I'll make another video if y'all want to go back and forth about this shit and try to.
There's been plenty of videos about that.
But I know there are. I don't really watch those.
Believe it or not, most
hold on, Stefan. I don't really watch those complaining motherfucking videos with them niggas just complaining about black women like they the only problem.
But it's not complaining. It's not complaining.
Yes, it is, brother. Yes, it is. So the thing is,
not necessarily complaining.
If y'all want me to do a video about that shit and we deal with that shit, fine. Now I know in this space, most of you brothers are Manosphere listeners, so you're gonna regurgitate that Manosphere red pill shit. I'll go get some statistics and come back and do, because I did it about a year ago, and I go find that shit again, right? Because in statistics, a lot of things, like, for example, when they say most black kids don't have fathers in homes, that's a lie. That's actually a lie, right? 62% of black kids are in home with their dads, married or unmarried.
Married or unmarried, yes.
Exactly.
They say black men are the most involved fathers.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that means you're the best father, because your kids are fucking up in every metric.
Not necessarily the best father, but the most involved fathers. Yes.
Yeah, but our kids are fucking up in every metric, so it's probably the worst. But that being said, that we are the worst. That's facts, right? Like our kids, we can't even.
We're trying to ascertain where this guy came from, this Memphis shooter. We're trying to ascertain. You're acting like he appeared out of thin air.
EG, so I'm gonna probably put you down, brother. I just ain't trying to come with this going back and forth shit. If you're gonna come on here, brother, no disrespect, but be nice and respectful.
You asked me to come
on. Exactly. I gave you the link. You came up, you gave your opinion. Now you've given your opinion over and over and over. So I'm just saying, I don't want to, every time I say something, I say left, you say right, all right? Because that kind of pulled the video in a different direction, all right? I really didn't want to get a link to nobody. But Stefan asked me, I said, fuck it, I'm going to give it up. I asked you to come up, and then, because I think Stefan, somebody.
Okay, my bad. I'll fall back. Go ahead.
You got to fall back. You got to fall back. I'm just saying.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening to what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't want to be arguing all the damn time about this shit. Now, y'all brothers feel that the black woman should choose right at 17, 18, who she fucks. She got to know. Let me talk. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this red pill shit. I done heard 1,000 videos of she chose wrong videos. And what they say is, I've heard there are thousands of them. That's all these niggas talk about. Wrong, right? When they talk about that shit,
this red pill shit.
It's the same lame ass point that a girl at 18, 20, 21, 22 is supposed to know that a man is not going to pay for his child's school clothes 7 years from now. She's supposed to be able to see around fucking corners. And if she can't, and she's dating a guy, and she's an emotional creature who's with a man, right? If she gets emotional, falls in love with this dude, and then he shits on her, it's her fault. And to me, I'm not like them. Like, that nigga ain't shit either. Okay, you can, if you want to blame her, obviously, for fucking with a dude and not having the discernment, but just like that kid can go to jail and he fucking up because of his dad, it's interesting how we can't say, well, because that girl didn't have a father, she didn't know how to identify a bitch ass nigga. Because the dad I could say the same shit that Jesus said, it just applied to the girl that has a child out of wedlock. It's just that in this space, the girl with a child out of wedlock is unforgivable, but a motherfucker can sell drugs and shoot and do act a fool. If he get out of drive trucks or some shit, he cool. He's been rehabilitated, and we shouldn't have shit to say. I forgive a brother.
I'll never necessarily understand that.
I'll forgive a brother for fucking up, right? Brothers fuck up. I fucked up in my life, right? I done been locked
Me too.
Everybody has. I ain't never been to jail, but like prison, but I have been to jail, right? That being
I've been
said,
to jail, but I haven't been to prison either.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, brothers, we go through shit, we fuck up, and we can go out and tell people and laugh about it, and it's nothing. But if a woman, I was irresponsible. I didn't pay my tickets. I got arrested. Irresponsible. I was irresponsible and was having unprotected sex and could have had children out of wedlock. I didn't, but I could have got sexually transmitted diseases. But if a girl makes
you were married to your son's mother,
yeah. So if a girl makes a bad choice, I'm just saying that whole holding that over the head and blaming that for the entirety of the dysfunction of the black community, when in all actuality, her lack of a father enabled her to not be able to choose right. Because a girl learns how to deal with a man from her father, right? And if he's not around,
correct,
then that goes to the father not being around. But of course, then we're gonna swing the pendulum. Well, what did the mother do? It's always a reason why the man ain't do shit wrong. It was the mother's fault. She was a bitch, and that's why he wasn't in his daughter's. It's always something. See what I'm saying?
Elijah, do me a favor.
Hold on.
Let me get this one.
Hold on. I'm not.
Let me get this one.
I'm not finna debate you, Stefan. I'm not even want to. I don't know
No,
what I'm saying.
no, we're not gonna debate.
I'm saying this. This ain't even. It is a debate, because what you're gonna try to do is defend somehow the woman did something wrong. I don't want to do that.
No,
I don't want to go into that shit at all. Because I
wasn't gonna do that.
Go ahead, man. Say what you got.
Okay, let me cut in here for a sec. Sub-Zero, I'm gonna tell you something. One of my favorite videos of yours. I wish I could find this video again. It was your response to the Surviving R. Kelly
Yeah,
documentary.
I had to take that down. Yeah, it was about
Yeah.
the girls. I felt like those girls at a certain age should be held accountable with the type of men. You trying to fuck R. Kelly, you know your ass 16.
Yes.
It's not like
That's what I'm
it's
talking
not like
about.
R. Kelly fucking
And
with
guess
little
and
toddlers
see
in a daycare.
and see here's the thing. And see here's the thing. Cynthia, you was on the panel with Cynthia G of all
remember that
people.
shit. Yeah, I remember.
Cynthia G and all them other feminists, them
And
feminists.
it ganged up on me. I remember that shit.
Yeah, they ganged up on you, and they basically ripped you apart. Why? Because you said that those girls should be held accountable for fucking R. Kelly. Goodness, no, yes. At that time, you knew what you were doing was wrong, and you were absolutely right. And that was your best video. Unfortunately, it's not up there no more.
I read that
So-
whole video. It was a video of a girl reading a book about how she went and hunted R. Kelly like a grown fucking woman. Sat front
Correct.
row, made sexual
Yes.
gestures, smiling and moving all sensual to the songs he was singing, mouthing the words.
Absolutely.
I'm like, damn. She said she told him, she said, I wanted him to jump off that stage in this pussy. Now you 15 talking like that.
15 years old.
That's not a child. That's
So
not a
that-
child.
so yes,
That's not a child.
these
That's
women,
not a child.
a lot
Not
of
a
these
child.
women, yes, they know what they're doing. They know what they're getting into. And yes, the only thing Elijah is saying, the only thing the red pill and the manosphere people are saying is that they feel like, okay, well, if men are held accountable for their actions and if they have to deal with the consequences, then so should women.
Agreed. Nobody said, I'm never saying that. I'm never saying just
Okay.
men.
And
I
that's
think men-
and that's all
I think men are more responsible because men are natural, supposed de facto leaders. But other than that, I do think women should be held accountable as well. If you're gonna go and try
Absolutely.
to fuck a celebrity, you trying to like it's a lot of 15-year-old girls that'll fuck Trey Songz or some shit. But if you fuck Trey Songz, should Trey Songz be held accountable if he knowingly fucked the 15-year-old? Yes. But should the 15-year-old, should it be some shit where R. Kelly the pedophile? No, they going way. I'm like, nah, these girls, like we saw the sex tape. Like you saw the R. Kelly tape. We saw what happened, right? The girl, that girl wasn't like, it's just like Aaliyah, right? I don't know how old you are. Aaliyah wasn't finna fuck with no nigga her age, dog. Like, let's stop this lie that Aaliyah was a toddler and she was playing with toys and shit, and R. Kelly just pulled her panties down. And no, that's bullshit.
And Aaliyah the same
wasn't
age as
finna-
us.
Yeah, Aaliyah was not finna fuck with no regular nigga. She wasn't. She was
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
with Dame,
yeah.
Jay. She fucked with Dame, Jay, R. Kelly. She fucked with all them older niggas. You can't name
Hey.
one young nigga she dated.
Let me take it further than that. I'm 43 years old. Me and Aaliyah are the same age. Okay, we come from that same class. When I was in high school, I'm gonna tell you what. I did not know one female in my class that was fucking with a dude that in our age group. They were fucking with men.
I knew. Hold
They
on.
were
let me say
jumping.
this.
They were
I
jumping
knew,
inside.
you could
They
get
were jumping
girls.
inside different dudes' cars.
Let me say this: you could get girls, but I could. When I was in school, I could get girls. That wasn't the problem. Certain girls,
Because you were a damn athlete. That's why.
well, hey, it is what it is. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
But
it is what it is. The only,
But let me say this.
the only
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this though. That being said, when it came down to it, the girls that were like, it was like maybe 4 or 5 girls in our school that wouldn't fuck with no, they was fucking with college niggas. Like it was the one that
Exactly.
everybody wanted.
Older
The one that everybody talk about, the one that's on everybody's list. Oh, her boyfriend go to Alabama A&M, or her boyfriend go to Alabama State, or her boyfriend go to Howard or some shit. I'm like, damn, she in the 10th grade. What the fuck? How you talking to a nigga at Howard and you in the 10th? And them niggas will come when I'm like, you lame ass nigga, you on a college campus fucking with a damn 10-year-old. Having went to a HBCU, them was some lame ass niggas. They just was. Cause me, I know better. Not being a nigga that I went to Tuskegee, ain't no fucking way I was gonna go to no high school and mess with no little girl. It just ain't no way. Ain't nobody on the campus that I knew would have did that shit because we'd have called them lame. Like, nigga, you robbing the cradle. And so, but I'm saying
Basically, that's what we used to call
the only dudes I saw doing that shit and nobody said that for real was drug dealers.
drug dealers.
Those are the
And
niggas
those are the only other niggas that were getting pussy except other than athletes, dope boys. Other than that, these bitches was fucking with old niggas.
I don't know about that, but I get what you're saying. I guess the what's the word? The cliche of it is that only athletes and drug dealers get women. Now, I don't believe that, but
No.
I'm talking
But
about
see,
in high school.
but see,
I'm
here's
talking about
the
high
thing.
school. I'm talking about high
And
school.
then when they get older, when they hit that wall, and they didn't finish having all the kids, after they didn't finish getting fat,
See,
after
brother,
they didn't finish
and that's
fucking
what
up
I'm
their
saying.
life,
That's what I'm talking about,
after
brother.
they didn't ruin all their credit,
I don't
now
even
they
see
want to
them.
come
I
back.
don't see them.
Now they want to come back to the guy that they told was too nice or was
Brother,
too good to be true, or the guy that just got overlooked, or the guy that they said was an educated lame, or the dude that they said didn't have enough swag. Now they want to pull a hey big head.
Stefan, I think that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
okay, let me say this. When we're in this space, right? There's the manosphere and the red pill, and then there's the real world, right? And the real world, I'm sorry, brother. I don't know. I just came from Houston last weekend, right? And I hung out with a lot of brothers, not brothers, but I was in spots with a lot of brothers that weren't thugs. I hung out at nice upscale places, hung out. Some places was hood, some places weren't. But I saw people of all walks of life. I saw Greeks. I saw brothers that were alphas and different. And so what I'm saying is, having went to an HBCU myself, I'm here.
You're part of the black elite.
I'm just not black elite, bro. I don't even feel that way.
Yes, you're part of the black elite. You really don't understand that.
No, it's a million black men.
You may not feel that way.
I don't feel that way. If I went to a white school, I wouldn't have. I'd have still got off. I'm just that guy, brother. I'm sorry.
You're part of the black elite. Yeah, I still get mine regardless of myself. But at the same time, I still recognize.
I wasn't resentful towards no situation where I felt like a girl was.
And see, that's just it. Nobody is resentful. It's just the fact that we're calling it as we see it.
The manosphere exists with people saying that same tired ass talking point that she want to talk to me when she got babies and she overweight and she did. Like, nigga, why the fuck she got your number? How she got your number, dog? How the fuck? Like, what woman? I'm sorry, bro. Like, if I'm that guy, like if I'm some guy that went to school and didn't get no women, and then I got older, but I don't have any flaws. I don't have any social problems. I'm not, a socially awkward individual. I don't lack any confidence. I don't have a problem with women. That man right there doesn't have a problem with women. The man that has a problem with women and can get like low hanging, like, bottom feeding women like what you just described are men that probably never really worked on their damn selves anyway, and they still the same lame bitch ass nigga, and she think this nigga still that nigga. She see you, because some girls know better. Some girls that, even the girls that were very popular, the guys like, they'll see me now and be like, I ain't got a shot at that. You damn right you don't. And they know it. And it's not even on some egotistical shit. It's just, I just feel like I didn't feel that way in high school, whether I played
because
ball.
I'm at 43 years old right now. I'm 43 years old right now. Okay, I'm 43. Most women who are 43, if they were to come back, if they are still on the sexual marketplace, their sexual marketplace value just by being a woman and I being a man, my stride, my value comes later than women's does. I'm higher than them.
I mean, you can feel that way.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm just saying.
You can feel that way, but brother, you 43. How many niggas? Hold on. Marketplace value. Marketplace value. Hold on. Let's look at this, right? So if you're in a city like Atlanta, let's say you making $100,000, not bad.
I'm in Charlotte.
Okay, and you making good money or whatever. Look, man.
No, I make average
woman. Okay, hold on. If a woman is looking good, if she's still, I don't give a fuck if she's 40, 30, whatever. If she looks good and still has her physical like features and everything together, she got options, bro. Probably more than your ass got. I'm just being straight. Most of these women get approached way more than we do. So a woman,
but how many of them are going to get married?
Hold on. Well, first of all, black women get married when they're older. But let me say this: when it comes down to it, women, they do. When they do get married, it's older. It's not younger. But let me say this: a woman,
Maya and Ashanti are both over 40, and they're damn near perfect.
Sluts. They've been sluts for years.
They're damn near perfect.
She's flying over fucking donkeys in Dubai. You can't talk about her.
She is fine.
She is, but she a hoe.
She is.
You know that
damn
shit.
near perfect. But at the end of the day, no man put a ring on her finger.
She a hoe.
Nelly, she couldn't get past Nelly.
What you mean get past Nelly?
There's a reason why Nelly didn't put a ring on her finger.
What is that? What's the reason? You know it?
No.
So
but there's got to be some reason.
You know for a fact Nelly don't have no commitment issues and just didn't want to. You just know for a fact he's looking for a wife. He just couldn't do it with Ashanti, but he was with her for years, 4-5 years, but he couldn't marry her. That is, and you know for a fact that it was her fault, right? It was because of her. Because I heard him talking.
Not saying that it was her fault.
I hear him talking in interviews now. He still want her. He still want to be with her. He still got feelings for that girl. So I'm just trying to understand, how is it that you know for a fact that this dude Nelly didn't have any commitment issues? A lot of men do. A lot of men are.
But it ain't just her.
Married. He's scared.
It ain't just her. Look at Halle Berry. There's a reason why Halle Berry ain't married.
I'm not finished. Okay, bro. Halle Berry been married 20 times. Let me say this. I'm not even trying to defend.
She didn't stay married.
Women. I'm not trying to defend marriage with celebrity women. You going off in the left field. All I was saying was that a black man, in certain instances, can be the reason why a situation doesn't work. I, being a black man myself, has been the reason why past relationships didn't work. I was on some bullshit. I used to be on some bullshit. I was afraid of commitment. Did a lot of shit. Squandered relationships. I'm just being straight up. So I can admit that. I can admit that shit and say, yeah, I was fucked up. I would have had. Go ahead, Idris.
Well, you said
we were talking about value.
So if you said that, I agree with you. Yeah, a lot of times it could be the reason. The man could be the reason why the relationship doesn't work. That's fine.
But we weren't talking about the reason why the relationship didn't work.
But
we were
I'm just
talking
going to
about value.
Okay, cool. But I'm just going to go with Sub's point. My next question would be, can the woman get on any type of birth control to make sure that she does not produce a child unless she is sure that that guy's the one? How about she not? How about she be on birth control?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of ways. I mean, look, I'm glad they got rid of abortion. So I mean, I'm not got rid of it, took it to the states. So for me, I have no problem with accountability. I don't. But accountability goes both ways, because if she get pregnant and you don't want to marry that woman, you still need to take care of your responsibilities as a man, and that's not just child support. That's also
accountability goes both ways. Then that means a man should have reproductive rights.
Being a dad. I can't hear you, bro. Because your mic muffled, and I'm trying to talk. And when people listen to it, if I listen to the playback, they're not going to understand either one of us. So what were you saying?
Me?
No, I was saying Stefan. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I said men don't have reproductive rights, whereas women do.
Now, hold on. I agree with you. Now, see that. Hold on. Now, the justice system is fucked up. But see, you got a bunch of simps. It took simps to do that. It took simps. Now, I agree that a man should take care of his child and his responsibilities. I don't agree with this imbalanced shit where a woman can come in that bitch broke with a negative bank account and get all the legal power in the world when the man got to come in that bitch with 30,000-40,000 cash, or he fucked up. I don't like that. And they need to change.
And that's all the manosphere is saying.
Well, that's not all the manosphere. The manosphere is also saying that. The manosphere is also saying that if a man gets a woman pregnant, if he can't get full custody, fuck the child. That's also what the manosphere is saying. Some real dysfunctional, evil shit. The manosphere is saying a lot of evil, low-down shit, bro. And I agree with G Dizzle. The manosphere is really giving a lot of bad fucking advice out this bitch. I feel that way. Bunch of really fucked up ass advice from a lot of black men. That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry. That's why you don't see me on a lot of hangouts. You don't see me on hanging out with brothers trying to go back. Yeah, man, the black woman, man. Fuck
but you went to the manosphere meetup.
I got time for that. Yeah, I went to the manosphere meetup. That's different. I'm not saying every nigga in the manosphere is fucked up. I'm telling you that.
And I missed it. And I wanted to go to that manosphere meetup just to meet you.
Me going to a manosphere meetup and networking. I met Hoop Jargon. I met Sir Tice. I met up with what's his fam. I met him.
You met Lil Big Nate.
Yeah, Lil Big Nate, good people. Me and him don't agree on certain things, but I fuck with Lil Big Nate. He a cool guy as a person. But if a dude is telling to me, I feel like when you're telling a man not to have a family, you're telling a man not to raise his kids if he can't get full custody, and to say fuck him, even if they get abused, you don't give a fuck. You got niggas saying shit like that, and they have 800 niggas up there listening and laughing and sending in super chats. That shit is dysfunctional, bro. That shit is part of the
That
problem.
is. That's
rot.
some
That
Marxist
is
shit.
part of the rot in the black
That
community.
is some
right?
Marxist. That is some straight up Marxist shit. So
Amen.
that's why when I see black men signing up for all that MGTOW shit, I'm like, nah, fuck you, man. I ain't all with that. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what the black manosphere is about. The white manosphere, they on that MGTOW bullshit. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or don't produce or fuck
I mean,
families.
look,
and
I'm all for like
Yeah.
to me, but see, I can name people and start some shit and say what YouTubers I know that's always saying that because they are Marxists, because they know they're Marxists. They don't say it as often, but they are anti-family, they are anti-God, they are anti-church, they are anti-traditional family values because
Absolutely.
they like they're going away from that. Well, we're getting away from traditional families, and we don't want traditional marriage. The man doesn't get anything out of marriage. Like, are you serious? You don't get anything.
Yeah,
out of,
man. I don't agree with
you
that.
got dudes saying little black shit like that, and so what I'm saying is, even when brothers come to this space to try to get some advice, they gotta weed through all the popular motherfuckers that's telling them some bullshit to find them dudes with 200 subscribers that might tell them, hey man, I'm married the mother of my child, we've been married for X years. Look, man, I did this. I'm a man, I take care of my responsibilities. I'm this, I'm that. This is how you get your life together, young blood. You look in the mirror, you fix your own issues. You are responsible. You this. That guy, he gonna have 200-300 subscribers. That's what's gonna happen.
Hey, so can I ask you a
The
question?
guy that's entertaining, the guy that has 5,000, subscribers or more, that's out here playing, everybody fuck with, everybody like him. Because a lot of brothers I think really, I met in person, I met a few that I think lack social skills, but I can see why they have problems with women. I can see why they have that worldview because I can tell they got social. I'm like, this motherfucker can't even look me in the face when I speak to him. So I can see why you, like, nigga, if you treat a woman like this, no wonder you got this warped way.
Jason Black says something like that.
Can I ask you a question,
Which I
sir?
agree.
Go ahead.
Have you ever known of a woman that has kept the children away from the father? Have you known of situations like that?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
That play games and that won't let the child see their father.
I've seen women do fucked up shit like
So
that.
so I this is I have no. I guess what they're saying. I don't. To me, it doesn't matter either way because I have no dog in that fight because I don't have any kids. But I think what they're saying is that instead of playing those games with the woman and to the point where you expend so many of your resources going back and forth in court trying to get all this evidence against her, lawyers are eating up your money. They just say F it, and they don't want to deal with it anymore. And they just say, hey, when the child is old enough, the child will come seek me out.
Well,
I think that's what they're saying.
And then that is the weakest bitch made shit I ever seen in my fucking life. When a nigga say that shit, when the child old enough, they'll come and listen to. You got a woman that fed you, took off work when you was sick, put clothes on your back, had your Christmas, Halloween, all that shit, took care of you, raised you. You gonna go to this dude who you ain't seen ever, and he gonna tell you, you know what, it's your mom's fault, and they're just gonna believe you and not think. That's not how kids think, bro. And
I think what happens is
I got a child, so I'm gonna tell you how children think. My parents got divorced. I sat right there and watched that shit. That shit tore my whole life up. Right? It's a lot of shit that happened. When that shit happened, academically, emotionally, that shit ripped me apart. I was too young. I was my son's age. There's a lot of crazy shit that went on. But what I'm saying is that shit, when a child sees that, they don't care. They want their dad. They don't care. As they get older, a child is gonna feel as though that parent doesn't love. That's how children do. That parent,
Facts.
they gonna ask themselves, he don't want me. He don't this. He don't that. She don't this. She don't that. If I'm not saying that is the situation every time, but if these dudes were not, the situation where brothers were talking about they're not gonna take care of their kids, it wasn't because of just the custody battles in the court. That was named, but it was also, well, if she growing up around a woman, why are you putting your dick in a woman that is truly a bitch, that is gonna do all that fucked up shit to your child? Nigga, use your right hand in your lotion and stay until you find a woman that is worthy to be your wife. Because if you got to put your dick in a woman, and soon as she get pregnant, you gonna lead a child. Damn, that means
and that's all the manosphere says.
She was fucking a bitch, and you knew it. and you knew it.
And that's all the manosphere. That's
You-
all.
you-
That's all. That's all
No,
we say in the
no.
manosphere.
But I'm telling you, you should choose better. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
saying you choose better. I don't hear the manosphere saying that. I hear the manosphere saying a lot of dysfunctional shit, pump and dump,
No.
lie to get pussy, lie to the
Minister,
whole,
Minister
tell
Jeff,
them you love
no.
them, tell them
Don't,
whatever.
don't nobody in the black manosphere say pump and dump. Okay, Minister Jeff says discipline all just about every day.
Wait a minute. Wait. Minister, so you
No,
telling me
I think Minister Jab talks about F these hoes, sleep with them, and just dump them. I think Minister Jab says the opposite.
I personally have been in the chat of videos with people talking about pumping and dumping, talking about lying. I ain't going to say another brother's name, but I know a brother from the same state I'm from that says that you should. I sat there and watched him say this brother got hundreds of thousands of subscribers that talks about being this. And I ain't watched this shit in a while, but I heard him say, man, fuck that shit. Get the pussy, tell these hoes whatever. I done heard these niggas say that shit. You telling me nobody says it? Because I can tell you right now, this one brother came in this space and got 100,000 subscribers real fast. You know exactly who I'm talking about. That brother, I heard him say that shit. So now you telling me that that's not. I didn't hear what I heard.
He ain't part of the black manosphere.
Okay, man. Well, look, people wouldn't consider me part of it technically. So you could be in and out of it. Like,
Stephen, they do talk about pump and dump.
Anger Man to me is like one of the like foundational brothers of the manosphere. I've heard him say
He's incredible. Yeah, he is.
I heard him say he doesn't consider
Stephen, they made a video talk about Mr. Pump and Dump. Him and Ramil Amir made a video about pumping and dumping women. Like, no, that's the mantra. No,
I'm talking about foundation black manosphere people.
Well, I mean,
like Angry Man,
Angry O'Shea, Mr. Research.
Oh, Obsidian. Obsidian. Damn sure don't talk about.
He came around my time though, if you ask me.
Pump and dump. Obsidian damn sure don't talk about no damn pump and dump.
No.
Kevin Samuels damn sure ain't ever talked about no damn pump and dump.
Okay, Kevin Samuels. Okay, Kevin Samuels was a new a phenomenon as far as most of his stuff was perfume and fashion. So he got into that a lot later. You know, but at the end
and he was the best at
it. He's what?
He was the best.
Well, okay. Well, the point I'm trying to make is this.
We lost our Iron Man. Yeah, we lost Iron Man.
Bro, you wildin'.
Yeah, I'm wildin'.
Let me tell you what you was about to have happen, brother. Let me go ahead and tell you. I had to ruin Iron Man for you, okay? Tony Stark. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Tony Stark, aka Kevin Samuels, was about to leave y'all niggas, man. That nigga wasn't finna fuck with y'all.
Exactly. He was about to go mainstream. He was about to go mainstream and switch up his message.
He wasn't finna fuck with none of you.
He was gonna go mainstream and deny all of that stuff.
Look, he was
because
that nigga was a people climber. He would get into social environments, look at who got the most shit that he can get, and he'll try to kiss and butt up to them.
We saw what happened. We saw what happened when old girl, that rapper chick, got on his live stream. Yeah, we saw how he acted. All his talking points went out the window.
That nigga ain't with that shit, man. I don't know what you talking.
The only thing that Kevin Samuels said that I firmly disagree with. He said that Sweetie was a 6. I'm like, you halfway out your fucking mind.
Well,
Sweetie ain't no goddamn 6.
Sweetie, yeah, I don't know who that is. I heard the name, but I don't, you know.
Sweetie, she used to be married to Quavo of the Amigos.
I just saw Quavo Saturday. Yeah, so he was just at the club Saturday in Houston. But I'm gonna say this, man. Ultimately,
oh yeah, you do live in Atlanta, don't you?
Well, yeah, I'm from Atlanta, but I'm from Alabama, but I live in Atlanta. But I was just in
Houston. From Alabama, but you live
for my wife's birthday. Yeah, for my wife's birthday, I took her to Florida, Houston. We did a lot of great shit, had fun. But I saw him at the club. He was at Camp Houston. So
your son's mother, is that who you're currently married to right now, sir?
Yep.
Oh, congratulations, brother! Congratulations. I thought your wife was another woman, but congratulations.
No. See, that to me was very important. See, to me,
I'm sorry.
Let me say this: it was very important in my life. First of all, me and her, regardless of my son, me and her had been together for years, so off and on. So, but the thing was, with my son, once I had my son, bro, he ain't never seen a day where it's been daddy and mommy separated. That's all he gonna ever see. I'm gonna make sure that's all he gonna ever see. I mean, that's how I feel about it. So for me, that was important. I love that little boy. I don't give a shit. I sacrifice, fuck all the pussy I can get. I don't give a shit. I didn't had a lot of pussy. I'm through with that. Right now, it ain't about pussy. For me, it's about legacy.
It's about legacy.
You damn right. It's about instilling values, being a father, kissing him, going upstairs tonight when I get off this video, hugging him and kissing him. And then when he get
duty, honor, and service.
Damn right. I got to follow my fucking sword. And it ain't really a follow my sword. I don't feel like I'm suffering. But what I'm saying is, I just
you are a true patriarch.
But I did that because it's important to me and it was important to her. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to have another dude that trying to. Let me tell you something about her. She would have got another man. And he probably would have married her ass because I think she quality. You know what I'm saying? And when we would break up, that's niggas want to wife her. That's how she is. Because of the way she is. You see what I'm saying? I knew that. I knew what I had. You know what I'm saying?
What's up? You gonna have some more?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking about it. I wouldn't mind.
Get Boo a little brother, man.
I've been thinking about it. We ain't gonna have no more. If anything, I would adopt. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about getting a I don't know, probably getting a little girl for her. You know, she'll probably
Boo need a brother, man. A little brother.
Boo can have fun, man. He'll be good, man. But look, man, at the end of the day,
because you need some help renovating them houses.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're right there. I won't argue with you right there. Let me say this. Truth be told, man, when it comes down to this whole crime thing with the black community, I think the collective of black people are house niggas. And I've always felt that way because I do feel as though we're really fat off the government tit of free shit. And the free shit we've been getting for decades has really crippled us. And if you go and study Machiavelli, which is how government politicians operate, they know this. They know this principle. They've known for thousands of years that when you give people shit, you literally strip them of their ability to stand on their own 2 feet. And they know that. And so they've done this shit and they knew this. Benign neglect, they knew specifically what it was going to do. And my thing for black people has always been, my thing for black people has always been for us as black people to use our critical thinking skills that me and Ajisa went back and forth about. I don't want to start that shit back up. But what I'm saying is we need to use our brains. And just like the guy Baines told Malcolm X in the shower, you go busting your fist against a stone wall, you're not using your brain. That's what the white man wants you to do, right? You have to think logically, be logical, think. And you could do this at a young age. I was 18 years old going to the guidance counselors. Now I had a 1.9 GPA. I would go to the guidance counselor's office and get the Occupational Outlook Handbook, which was an annual periodical that would come out once a year. It was a thick book about the size of a phone book, and it would tell me what people make, how much they make, what you need to do to become one. I looked at a list. I said, okay, who make the most? And I saw stockbroker at the top. I said, well, damn.
I've always wanted to be a stockbroker.
Yeah, I heard stockbrokers, man. I didn't know that. I don't know about now, but back then, that's what it was. It was doctors, obviously, they were up there. But I remember stockbrokers stuck out to me. And that was something that I was interested in, so I majored in computers. I was going before I found out about my brother getting an IT, and I majored in business administration. And I wanted to be a stockbroker if I didn't make it to the MBA. But I wound up I went into IT, I did real estate, I saw other opportunities. But the point I'm trying to make is ultimately, man, even if you don't have certain things, at the end of the day, man, you can make your life out to be what it is. It's on you. I think I made my life by the time I was 18 years old. I put myself in that situation of having a 1.9 because I was lazy. Because I didn't go to class. I went to class, but I was lazy. I didn't do my work. I taught, you know what I'm saying? And I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Brother, I'm not the average 40-year-old, brother. I just went to the gym twice today. I worked out twice. I boxed twice today, brother. I'm not your average 40-year-old, just so you know. I ain't got no gut. I got 14% body fat. I'm trying to hit the stage this year.
Yeah, are you 41?
Say what?
Are you 41 Sub-Zero?
I'm 47.
You're 47. Get out of here.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I
dog.
thought you were about a year, either a year younger or a year older than me. I'm 43. Okay. But I've been listening to you for a long time. That's how
I be seeing you in the comments. Yeah, I see
you. You can tell how long I've been listening to you because Boo was a little baby. Boo was a newborn when I first started listening to you.
And Book is like, man, that little boy there, worth it all.
He's about 6 or 7 now, isn't he?
He's 6. He's 6, man. He just had to write a personal narrative for homework today. And he actually wrote it out, and I'm so proud of it because I'm like, damn, he just left kindergarten in May. And he's writing his own personal narrative. But see, we spent money this summer. I probably spent thousands this summer getting him in Mathnasium, and we go, doing little things. We bought books and shit. So my wife, she don't work, so she sit at home and she read with him and he's way ahead of a lot of kids, man. So he's in like the top. Well, he tested in the top 15% last year. But I was disappointed because my wife gets mad at me when she said, "Why are you disappointed?" I'm like, top 14%. I was like, no, man, because the kids in his class, one girl got like top 1. I was like, he should have at least been top 95 percentile, like at least top 5%. I feel that way because other kids that he had better grades, he was doing better than, scored in the top because of the school he go to is like. It's an expensive school, but these kids are really they got these kids doing 2nd and 3rd grade stuff in the 1st grade. So, which is good because I want him. But the kids, I went to the graduation thing last year, and the seniors were getting like Ivy League offers. I was like, damn, so it's impressive. It's a black school, which is in Atlanta. That's why I love Atlanta. That's why I don't talk. You ain't gonna hear me talk shit about Atlanta outside of the politicians, obviously. You hear me? I love this.
The politicians, Atlanta is kind of like Charlotte. We've got the black population. It's just the fact that we don't have those institutions that would really make us a super group that would make us competitive with the dominant society. And see, the reason why I started listening
in these major cities,
you need families.
They can
you need families.
No, you got a lot of. But hold on, now when you talk about Charlotte and Atlanta, that's a lot of that. It's a lot of black families in Atlanta and Charlotte, and that's where the middle class families reside in places like this. Where you got the mom making 85, the husband making 90, you got people with 180, 100. That's nothing. You see that all the time.
Well, see, here's the thing about the black family, and I've kind of researched this. When I've been, when I first discovered the Moningham Report. I'm gonna piggyback off what Elijah said. Yeah, families is almost damn near scarce. It's either we're extremely poor or we're extremely rich. It's like you got 10%. You have the bottom 10%. You have the bottom 10%, and you have the upper 10%, and they really don't touch because we barely have a middle class. And what I mean by the institutions is the bank. We really don't have many black banks. We don't have many black grocery stores.
I'm at a black bank. I'm about to lead their ass. So
other than
I'm at a black bank now.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
Because for one, like I hate to say this shit, like I got a sizable amount of money coming in my account in the next like 2 or 3 days, right? So I went to Houston last week. Come back Monday, card working fine. I go to the ATM. I said, "Oh, I need to pull out some money." Because I take my balance. Let me put some money in this other account. So I try to pull some money out. I think I tried to pull out $400, try to put in the other account. It just said card not working. So I'm like, okay, well, let me go to another ATM. Then it said card not activated. It's like, what? Card not activated. I go call. I'm with One United, the largest black-owned bank in the country, right? I call One United. They're like,
yes.
I called. They had an automated thing. It asked me. It prompted me. It said, "Did you make these 3 purchase?" I said yes, right? It's okay, your card is fine, you can move on. I said okay, fine. They fucked around and turned my card off, right? So like, y'all so then I called the next day because I tried to like do a damn Zelle. I couldn't Zelle $1. I said, what the hell? So I tried to Zelle $1. Now this is a black bank. They only let you Zelle up to $500 a week. You can't Zelle no. I'm like, how the hell or you can have a personal account. $500 ain't nothing. Like, I tried to send my mom $2,500 one time, couldn't do it. This is a personal account. And I'm getting all this money coming in this account, and I can't use it. I'm like, man, y'all got these limits. So I called them. Well, yeah, we can't raise your limit. $500 the highest we go. This is the type of stuff. I go to a white bank, and I hate to say this shit. I go to Wells Fargo. If I go to anywhere else, this shit.
Because they got way more assets than One United.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Tell you what else happened.
Bad customer service.
Y'all remember, well, I ain't even talk about that. Let me tell you what happened. My homeboy, we was working at this project. This is years ago. This when Killer Mike was doing that black banks push shit, right? So my homeboy pulled $10,000 out of his personal account at Wells Fargo, PNC, right? Drove across town, took a 2-hour lunch, drove all the way across town to the other side of town. Because the black bank wasn't nowhere near on where we was in Sandy Springs, right? And done with it. So he rode all the way over to like West End somewhere. Found a black, I forget the name, Citizens Trust or something. Walked in there with a $10,000 cashier's check and said, look, I want to open up a checking account. You know what they told him? We can't do it. He said, why? Well, because you got in the check system, 6 years ago, you had a check, He's like, okay, do y'all have like a second chance account? Because if I go to any white bank, even though you got a bad check system, they got something called second chance accounts where you can open up a checking account and, it might have higher rates or whatever, or they might charge a little bit more fees or whatever per month, and they'll have limits on it, but at least you can put the money in the bank. And if not, they'll let you put it in a savings account regardless. He couldn't even open up a savings account.
Even if you had that, and even if you had something on check systems, Wells Fargo or Bank of America or none of them banks will let you walk out of that bank with a $10,000 check cashier's check in your day.
And look, if it's just a savings account, like a savings account is not like the same as a check. Checking, it's all types of shit going. Savings, you got to go to the ATM, pull the money out, right?
They would have told you to open up that money market account.
They did something. I watched it. Y'all ain't got nothing. He said, man, y'all ain't got nothing. He's like, no. He rolled back. He's like, I had to put my money back. I said, what happened? He's like, man, I went over there. He told me, I said, man, that's some bullshit. You mean to tell me they ain't got the type of products? Look, man, if you're a black bank, understanding your demographic, you're mostly going to have black customers. They're going to probably have bad shit that didn't happen because they had to learn. A lot of them didn't have checking accounts, didn't keep them balanced. They probably fucked up. So you need a second chance account. You ain't got no second chance account, but you got Killer Mike, a celebrity coming up here, advertising, put your money in the black bank. And the dude brought the money in there and they ain't want it. This is the type of shit that you see going on with a lot of these black banks. And my thing is that a black bank is also, when I was flipping houses, there was a bank is out of business called First Tuskegee, right? First Tuskegee, I went in there. I was trying to get a loan. First Tuskegee was it was only 22 banks at the time, 23. Now it's only 21 or something. I hadn't looked. We lost 2 of them.
One of the black banks that actually survived the Depression. Yes.
No, I think I don't know. But anyway, First Tuskegee, regardless, went in there, tried to get a loan with them. They give me the same exact rates and everything that a regular bank would give me, which I ain't had no problem with. But I was like, I hate to say it's not that I wanted to hook up because I was getting loans from regular banks, so it didn't matter. But I was like, well, shit. I thought, this bank being a black bank, given that black people and the guy told me, said, no, we do the exact same thing. We're locked. Can't just give lenient loans because you black. I'm like, not because you're black, but I thought that you would have more kind of like a credit union. I go to a white credit union. I can show you called Navy Federal, Maxwell Federal Credit Union. Those 2 credit unions in Montgomery, bro. You walk in that bitch with like a 610, and you can get damn near anything. Now, why is that? But when you go to the black bank, so it's like a lot of black people in Montgomery send their money to the credit union because they fuck with you faster. Whereas if you go to the bank, I'm like, shit, if I could borrow from you, I could borrow from any bank. That's the problem with these black banks. And so for me, I believe in credit unions more so than banks. That's why y'all always hear me say that these black celebrities, when Donald Sterling happened, I was like, y'all need to start a black credit union instead of get him to sell a team. Get something that actually can be tangible that'll help black folks. But black people are going to we on average have lower credit scores. And if you're black, you should know this. You should be what I call comprehensive. Comprehensive would be, given that black people are like this, I'm going to create a system or like this, or a program like this, or a bank account like this, where they can put their money here, they can do these things, and then they can function and operate. But if you're gonna go out here and you're gonna have it set up where the black man, you got to walk in that bitch and meet the same requirements that I got to meet with the white bank. Why am I here? Most of the time, well, it's just because you black. Because I asked myself, well, shit, I can get what's the name called. Actually, they gave me better interest rates. I'm getting better interest rates over here. They didn't even try to match it. Like, what the fuck? That's why a lot of black folks, like, y'all ain't trying to work with black folks.
Well, they don't have the assets. They don't have the assets. That's the problem.
It's not, and it's not necessarily that they don't have the assets.
Exactly.
It's that they're not mature. Do you want to know why I started listening to you, Sub-Zero?
What that?
I'm just saying. It's because you talk like a black nationalist. See, I'm a black nationalist.
Okay, that's my homeboy Metu Netta in the comments. That's my homeboy. That's Michigan. Me and him have done videos. I actually give him the props. He actually changed my worldview on a few things, and he probably got me more like that than anybody.
How I discovered you was on Black Patriarch. That's how I found you.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy there.
Yes, I don't know what happened to Black Patriarch, but if you know how to get in contact with him,
he dropped
you know how to get in contact with Black Patriarch, tell him we miss him. We need him.
Yeah, that
all those videos. I mean, I'd have a damn near hard time trying to read them shit.
Hey, look here, man. That dude's probably one of the best YouTube. He ain't never spoke a word. That dude, him and another dude I'm really cool with. I talked to him. I ain't talked to him in a while. Black men taking back our communities.
I was just about to ask you about that guy. Do you still speak to him?
That dude rolling, bro. He high IQ. That brother, I knew when I talked to him. You can look at his content. That brother's really a genius. Like, you could tell by the way he made his videos, his studies, he was well researched, and not just that he wasn't emotional. He wasn't just off on some knee-jerk shit. He really thought his shit through. He was conservative, and he told reasons why he believed what he believed. And I said, if this brother go and do anything else, he is going to succeed. He got into real estate and quit nursing. He was making 6 figures as a nurse and quit. That's how much money he made in real estate. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I know last time I talked to him, he was building new houses, doing subdivisions and shit. So
he's not on YouTube anymore.
No, he quit.
See, we're not in a mature community. And that's what I discovered about him. And see, and that's what you got with these banks. These banks don't know necessarily how to operate as a mature group
with
to be competitive.
We like children.
It's like your grown ass children. Yes. And I hate to say it.
I got a 6-year-old. Like, I wouldn't take him and drop him off at a store and just leave him or something because he's 6. I have to do stuff. I'm like, I can't leave him. If I go, like, when he was 2 months old, I had to cut his food and put in his mouth and wipe him and change his diapers. And as black people evolve in this society, we'll grow out of it. But I think the only way we'll evolve is through pain. I think America's financial turmoil, which is coming very probably in the next couple of months, whenever it starts, that shit, when it hit, we need it. Black people need to be told no sometimes.
So we deserve exactly.
Yeah,
we deserve exactly what we're getting right now.
Yeah,
because
what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
We knew good and well who Joe Biden was.
Exactly.
We knew good and well who Joe Biden was. Now, I'm not saying I'm okay, and everybody wants to talk about the general election. So you would rather vote for Trump? No, I'm not talking about voting. I'm not even talking about the general election. I'm talking about the primaries. Why did you vote for him in the primaries when you had 5 other candidates that were talking reparations for black people?
Who were they?
What?
I'm asking.
Huh?
Who? The only one I heard was Elizabeth Warren try to talk like that. Who else?
No, not Elizabeth Warren. Okay, you had Tom Steyer. You had what's the girl? What's that lady? The author, the so-called guru. You had what's that dude out of Texas?
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke, yeah. You had that Spanish dude, that Mexican dude. And
I just
then,
know like people like Beto
and then the
O'Rourke.
gay dude, and the
O'Rourke
gay
is a
dude.
straight- yeah, Beto O'Rourke is a straight socialist. I don't think we'll get
Yeah,
anything.
but I don't
more
necessarily trust him either.
And I'm gonna be honest with
But
you.
I say,
Now, hold on, let me say this. I think Joe Biden before he got in office was probably more moderate than a lot of the Democrats outside of maybe and I hate to admit this, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Tulsi Gabbard was really the best damn Democrat, I think. If we're really talking about for running the country, like if there's only one Democrat I would actually say, okay, I don't have no problem with this sister being, and that would be Tulsi Gabbard. That's it. I can't.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with
no
Tulsi
other
Gabbard
Democrat.
either.
I can't touch no other Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard is the only
Like
one
that.
saying some logical shit like, okay, we probably shouldn't put our boys in dresses. Like she'll say that. Like I'm like, damn, she actually said some shit that most people with sense believe. Like I'm like, so I think she's more logical. But and she calling out. She
also called out Kamala Harris on a BS.
She calls out the radicals.
sir.
They don't like her ass. They don't like. She gonna wind up being Republican. She got no choice. She from Hawaii. They gonna probably primary her ass because she going at Kamala and them. But she was pretty good, and I think she's a good looking woman. So she's good looking. She speaks
sure
well,
was.
and she would actually work as a lot of moderates would fuck with her. Now, why they chose Joe Biden's senile ass? And
Joe Biden, that did not make no
I
damn
ain't trying to be
sense.
funny.
South
Did they
Carolina.
choose- Hold up.
Black people in South Carolina got Joe Biden elected.
They did, but I'm being honest with you. I don't even know, like the black guy that was running, that kept getting on with Jason Black. I forget his name.
Marcel Dixon.
Marcel Dixon.
Marcel Dixon was talking about reparations. God, I'm gonna be honest with you. No Democrat, nobody is gonna give black folks reparations. The closest thing, this is just my personal opinion, the political minefield that they have to go through to actually get reparations would just be damn near insurmountable. So we got to take a 40, 50-year approach to reparations in the sense that
Exactly. It can't be one.
First go round, let's do small business loans for the SBA through executive order. We're gonna create this program. We're just gonna reappropriate the funds that's already allotted to the SBA. But this is for the descendant of slaves, and this is for this and this and this. And then you go out and guess what? That's deficit neutral. It didn't cost anybody anything. And then you can say, okay, I already did this. Guess what? That's one thing you could do. Then what you do?
Yeah, that's one thing that you can do. But even before that, sir,
hold on.
You got to actually convince black folks that we actually need reparations.
I don't think
black people are not even smart enough to actually understand what reparations is and why we need it.
I don't think anybody most black folks I know ain't that damn stupid. I don't know too many black folks that ain't for reparations. I had
dude, my 70-something-year-old stepfather is that damn stupid.
I know a few conservatives that are like that, and I disagree with that shit. But other than that,
dude, Democrats. Most black people are Democrats. My 71-year-old Democrat said that why do we need reparations when I got two hands and two feet and I can get up and work? I said, dude, you're stupid.
No,
and I told him, I said straight up,
I don't have no problem with that attitude. I just have a problem with because he's saying he gonna go out and get his own shit. But if you a freaking Ray thug motherfucker hanging out in the projects, even just because you say you want reparations, nigga, you finna buy a Cadillac. Like, what about your past life has shown that if you were to get $100,000 check, you would go do something productive? Like, look what you do with $1,000 every month, or $1,500 or $2,000. You had to strip.
Well, that don't matter. That don't matter. If I owe you money, I can't tell you what to do with it.
I'm not saying, let me put it like this. I'm not saying that nobody should. I don't give a fuck if we throw it off a bridge. Okay, it doesn't matter. I agree with you. I think that if we're gonna get it, it's gonna be through some deficit neutral shit. There's only two ways: executive order as president, executive order as president directly to the SBA, or you could literally propose something that would be paid for by black people, taken out of our checks, and you would incentivize employers to implement it. Why? Because what that'll do is nobody would say anything. They're like, well, shit, I mean, it's their money. And if they taking 1 to 2% of our checks out, like Black Patriarch, you know, he calls it the black tax. You know what I'm talking about if you watch Black Patriarch. right? Stefan.
Right.
Go check it. If you forgot probably, but go check it out. He broke that shit all the way down. He was like, look, man, take the 1 to 2% out every 5 years. Do disbursements, and that disbursements goes to businesses and can only be done in businesses that are 65% black owned or more. It can't be no damn 50%. You know what I'm saying? It need to be 65, 70% black owned businesses, and then that money circulates. So now what you're doing is you're forcing the black dollar to circulate. Secondly, it's deficit neutral, so no Republicans or Democrats will be against it. Thirdly, it doesn't need to be something that's implemented in a system. You as the end user, now this is the way I thought about it. I added to it. I think that us as the people that have it, we select where the money goes. So we don't go like Social Security where the government's holding it. It goes into like a certain account of my choosing. Like if it's a black bank,
you would have to say something like that because you got dumbass black women out here that saying, "Well, I want to pay off my student loans."
Listen, I don't have no problem with that though. If you pay your debt off, that's actually a smart move. Like if you're making $60,000, if paying off debt is smart to me. If I'm making
getting in debt in the first place is not smart.
Well, yeah, but
would you get yourself into debt just to make $60,000 a year? That don't make no damn sense. My little sister told me last week that her student loan bill is $800 a month. I said, "What the fuck?"
I mean, yeah.
What the fuck did you go to school
hold on. Okay, so let's look at black people today. Just about every black person you know that went to college got student loans. Just about every one of them. Give or take a few. And that's with people that had scholarships, not full ride, but people that had scholarships, partial scholarships. The college and university system, which to me I think is the bastion of evil. I think everything that is evil in America and unholy came from a college professor. That's how I feel about it.
Shit.
Right? Everything.
They ain't doing nothing but teaching these women feminism.
It's worse than that, bro. I mean, if you go, I just watched a video today of in Kennesaw State. They was talking about some trans shit. And man, you should have saw the shit these people were saying. These people have no morals, right? But these are the average. This is Kennesaw State. This ain't like Harvard somewhere. This is Kennesaw State, right? Liberty ass Kennesaw State. They already showing you out there what they're on. If I was going to implement something to try to help black folks, it'll be something that we can opt in or opt out. You don't want to put your money, take that 1% out your check? Fuck it. You won't get the fire disbursement. You won't get no reparations. But for those that are thinking a certain way, and it'll be a check. If you want to take it and spend it, as long as it's 70%, 60% black owned, guess what? Now black businesses are getting all that influx of cash every 5 years. That's number one. Number two, so even if you do go do some nigga shit with it, it'll still be circulating in the black community, whereas it usually doesn't. That's one thing. That directly would fix it. Secondly,
the reason why I voted for Donald Trump is because he was talking about all that.
I know.
Believe it or not, he talked about all that in his platinum plan. I said, why are we voting for Joe Biden over this man?
I know, brother. I know. Brother, you know, I done got so many flags talking about that 2020 election. I can't even say what I really feel, what happened. I can't go off and say what the fuck I feel.
Yeah.
And I really probably need to be careful and refrain from speaking in person with people because I get very angry about when I see somebody that thinks Donald Trump lost. I get angry. I'm like, okay, bro, I won't talk about it. That's one thing. Secondly, the platinum plan and looking at the motherfuckers that was mad. Why would you do this in an election year? What they at was paying $5 for gas though? Where were they? Where was Vivica?
That is a
where was Vivica and Lisa Ray and all of them that was trying to check Ice Cube for talking to Donald Trump? And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Please don't get me started on that. Do not get me.
Even if I'm being straight up with you, Dr. Claude Anderson. He the reason y'all ass is paying $5 right now because he said himself he supported Joe Biden. He said this election matters, and this is what he said. He said because you got all these government contracts up, and they about to give all these contracts, and they ain't gonna put no minority people in there. As if right now black people are getting all these minority contracts under Joe Biden right now, as if black people are somehow economically roaring under Joe Biden. That is unforgivable. In fact, if you listen to that interview he did on Breakfast Club, that shit pissed me off so much because
that shit pissed me off.
He was like, "Yeah, man."
I said, Dr. Claude Anderson. I said, "Man,
Eric Kushner be trying.
You let me down."
he's absolutely right. Jared Kushner, I don't hear nothing from Democrats. I've been wanting the Democrats to call me. I'm like, wait a minute, Dr. Claude Anderson. So you're telling me that you've been fighting for 30, 40 years, 50 years for the black community, but because the Democrats ain't called, you're not going to listen when the Republicans are blowing your phone up every day, like you just said. They call him every day.
Make no damn sense.
I say, bro, you a hypocrite. I don't believe that. And I would still respect him, but I lost respect for him because he said that. I'm like, how you going to sit up here?
First of all, what you doing on the Breakfast Club?
I mean, they gave him a platform, and you know, I struggle with Dr. Claude.
The Breakfast Club. I mean, Angela Stanton King.
Oh yeah,
doggone body,
bloodbath. It was a bloodbath. Bloodbath, brother. It was bloody. Let me say this. Remember, Dr. Claude Anderson. If you go back and listen to Powernomics, he's a very pessimistic, almost jaded type individual. Like, he's not.
I got the book up. I got the book upstairs.
I don't say you listen to him. It's like, okay, I get what he's saying about black dollars and black economics. I understand the importance of it. I actually agree with that part. He say stuff like, well, you know, you'll never make $1 million, you know, you lucky. And then like, hey, it's almost like shit. Like, you know, we say you're permanently locked. Listen, when you tell somebody that you're permanently locked at the bottom of a Monopoly game, at the bottom of it, right? Permanently. And yes, he said, there's nothing you could do unless you. Now, this was in the 90s. He was talking about unless you get these politicians to try to help black folks, ain't nothing we can do. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. It's a lot of shit niggas can do to change their situation. Whole lot of shit. Black folks can do. Don't just tell them they permanently locked. Because when you tell niggas that shit, it's 2022. I guess now we permanently locked. We are locked, but a lot of it has to do with black behavior. It's
inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, black behavior. The shit that niggas do is what constantly locks us in to the class of the shit that we be complaining about systemic oppression. And man, that shit come from constantly fucking up, making dumb choices, procreating with the wrong motherfuckers, and then want to blame that shit on white supremacy, the systemic oppression. And like Jason, like Tariq up there talking about, yeah, man, they criminalize black people. What the fuck you mean criminalize?
Well, yeah, they do. But you know,
I mean,
you know what it's like.
Okay,
are you making yourself?
You and I, we all black men. Me, you, and the Jesus, right? You and I we all have a burden, and it is the thumb. You and I, if we go somewhere and we show any aggression, you automatically in the back of your mind, you are cognizant, if you are a thinking man, that are and aware of your surroundings, and you know, okay, they're perceiving me as danger. I walked in a store with a hoodie on because it was drizzling outside. I got like this little workout long sleeve shirt and some shorts that I wear. I knew it was raining that day, so I said, let me put on this little hoodie. You know, it's kind of tight fitting, but I wear it, you know, and it got a hoodie on it. It's purple. So there was some black shorts. I walk in there, and the lady was all looking at me all scared. To my, could you take your hoodie off, please, mister? Hoodie off. So I got mad, but I say, you know what? Because of these niggas out here, I say, fuck it.
That messed it up for everybody.
I took my hoodie off. I didn't want to take the fuck. I had my headphones on. I didn't want to take the fucking hoodie off. I say, fuck it. I knew what she was talking about. I didn't even have to take the headphone. I knew what she was talking about. I just took the headphone. I just took the damn hoodie off. Because she wants to see my face as if I'm finna rob their ass. And I'm like, I ain't finna rob shit. I'm coming here to buy something. You know.
You had on your mask?
Say what?
You had on a mask?
Nah.
For COVID?
No, I ain't had man. I don't wear that, man. Look, bro. I don't wear no mask. I don't wear no mask. Shit, I ain't wear one during COVID. Motherfuckers had to. I got into it. I used to get into it with people about mask.
Motherfuckers had to beg me to wear a mask. I said, I ain't wearing that shit.
I hate masks. Like, I hated that shit. I
hated that shit.
Then you know what I did to say fuck everybody? I bought a little cloth Tuskegee mask. That bitch did not stop anything. I just put that bitch on to make people feel better. I would put that bitch on and walk around. I got my mask, and I'm like, man, this shit don't work. You know, but I'm like, whatever. You want to feel better. You need to see. Then I take the shit down past my nose. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I got COVID. I got sick. I got over it.
I didn't even get it.
I got it. And I'm actually glad it happened because I think it immunized my body towards it, and I probably got exposed to that shit 4-5 more times. But I'm always at the sauna. I'm always getting shots. I'm always getting them glutathione shots at the damn doctor once a month. I'm always getting like IVs. I'm in the gym 5 times a week. I'm working out. Fuck it. I'm in the damn good
How
health.
tall are you, bro?
6'2". I'm like, look, I'm in
6'2"?
the gym. I'm in good shape,
You're not
bro.
intimidating. You're not intimidating tall.
I'm slim.
You're tall
I'm
enough.
slim. Well, look, in
You're tall
most
enough, but
environments,
you're
any
not
guy over
intimidating.
6 feet and you got any type of muscle on you, you're over 6 feet, you're gonna be intimidated.
I'm 5'4" and I'm intimidating.
I can second that. I second
If
that.
you over 6 feet, you are damn near like a trophy for some of these white folks to feel like I'm just telling you, like they look at you like a trophy. Like, you know how they go over to kill a bear or a lion? They look at you like a target. You're a target to in certain instances. And so certain times people will be disrespectful to you because you'll get treated different because you're taller, you're bigger, you're more physically imposing. And so if you over 6 feet and you black, you have white folks that'll say little slick shit. Something. It is what it is. And I still don't obsess over racism. With all that shit happening, I was at the boxing gym the other day. So I did 2 classes. I doubled up that day. I said, fuck it. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to go box for an hour, go outside for 10 minutes, then come back and box another hour. So I took my gloves off after the class and walked outside, got on the phone about 5 minutes, called my brother, asked him some shit, came back in, and this white dude was standing in front of the bag where my gloves were behind him. He didn't see him. So I walked up. He said, man, people trying to, he said, what did he say? People trying to, take dibs on these bags and shit. So I'm like, I just looked at him like, man, fuck you. In my mind, I guess he didn't see my gloves behind him. So I put the gloves on, he just moved. Because I'm like, I had my shit here for you before you got here, bitch. I already did a class. Now I knew had I said something, it was gonna lead to something. You know what I'm saying? But I said, fuck it, man. I just let the shit win. I don't obsess over racism. I run into racist white people all the fucking time. I don't care.
It is what it is. You just need to learn. You don't need to learn how to complain that racism is there. You just need to learn how to socio-political, economically how to defend yourself.
Well, you can't.
If you're an expert in socio-political economics as a group, and you're mature enough as a group, then you can defend yourself against racism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which now you're talking about behavior. I agree with you 1,000%. I think if you're not going to fix black behavior, you're not going to fix problems. And black behavior is not just about, our behavioral issues aren't just about dealing with the white man and racism, white supremacy. Our behavioral issues are parenting.
The white man is always going to be there to colonize.
Okay, do you show up on time? Like you look, I can tell you right now, behavioral issue. It's 11:54. Let's say I'm in a white neighborhood and I go to McDonald's and they close at 12. You best believe I pull up that bitch at 11:55. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? White people will do that. Black neighborhood, 11:10. 11:10. They close at 12. 11:10. Pull up to that damn thing. We close.
And they mad that you want something to eat.
I'm like, don't y'all close at 12? We close.
No, but they want to be paid. They want to be paid for their 4 hours. They want all the money.
They in that bitch talking, bro. I never forget, and I talked about this on my channel. I went to a McDonald's for like 6 weeks straight, like 3-4 days a week. My little boy, every time he rode by, he wanted a Happy Meal. I would get him one every day after school. Every day, this dude constantly fucked up and wouldn't put his cookies in the damn Happy Meal. Every time. And I would specifically get to the damn thing and say, hey, guys, don't forget my cookies. Y'all forgot my cookies. I said that shit every fucking time.
Wait, so you didn't go and shoot him? You didn't shoot him because of that?
Every time I pulled off, it didn't happen. So guess what? One day, he gave me the shit. I didn't pull off. He got mad. It was a young cat. He got mad, right? He said, everything all right? Like, he mad because I stopped. I got out the car and I had a lot of shit in my lap, so I just stood up, opened the door, stood up, opened the bag, looked at, hey man, I ain't get my cookies. Half-ass looked in there. He looked in, he grabbed it and looked, and then he looked at me like he was mad because I did it. I'm like, bitch, I told y'all. The manager saw him, and instead of the manager checking him, the manager like, oh, we're sorry. The manager tried to come and smooth it over. But my thing is, who this nigga, what he gonna do? Whoop my ass because I said I want the shit I paid for that I hadn't gotten for 6 weeks? Incompetence, laziness, apathy. This shit ain't got nothing to do with white folks. Motherfucker, just like, if you work at a job, that's why I'm sorry. If I open up a fucking business, if I find a competent black person, you best believe I'm gonna hire them because they black. I am. But if I can't, if it's a Mexican, if it's an Asian, fuck you. I'm gonna take the Asian. If the Asian come in there and he outwork your ass, I'm working with the Asian. I hate to say it, the house I did on my channel. Y'all saw that shit. I paid that nigga. I went live. I was look how this nigga fucked my house up. Look what he did. That nigga fucked my shit up. I had to pay. It cost me $8,000 to get that shit fixed. I lost $8,000 fucking with this nigga. Mexicans came in that bitch. They got their little church music playing. They had their little Mexican church music playing. They was Christians. Look here, man. They showed up. By the time I came the next day, they had already put the damn beam in. I got the beam delivered. Went to work the next day. I got over there at 12 o'clock. The beam was up. They was sheetrocking that bitch by the time I walked in there. I was like, God dang, these Mexicans fast, you know. Went in the back, they was already fixing shit that I ain't even tell them to fix. I didn't tell them to do it. They was doing it anyway.
Mexicans are an example of what you would call a mature community. They know what's at stake.
And they about to kick niggas' ass.
We are so Americanized that we don't even know that we not American. We're not.
I mean, but think about it. I don't even want to call it Americanized because if you ask me, I think the American way was about productivity. Being American meant that you were productive up until like the last 15 years it has. I mean, America is America because of productivity, right? I know if you're a black patriarch now, America's productive like a motherfucker. So
black patriarch taught us to embrace capitalism, not run from it, but embrace it.
Exactly. That's why I say all capitalism.
So therefore, okay. Now, when we're talking about the construction system, the construction industry, I work in construction. I'm a sheet metal mechanic. Business is slow, but at the same time, even in between sheet metal jobs, you best believe I'm going to the day labor places. I'm not going to sit around and say, okay, hey, if a job don't come, a job don't come. I'll go back to working at McDonald's if I have to.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm going to do.
Let me tell you something. I worked one Christmas at a kiosk in the mall, right? And I never forget, this young girl was working with me. She was like 16, 17, and you know, I'm in my 30s, and we up there working and stuff. But I used to dress up. Like I just took pride in how I look. So I would be wearing like, you know, I'll be coming in that bitch with a pea coat on, with a scarf, and you know, I mean, I'm dressed, bro. I got my shit. I'm looking good. I got on my cologne. I'm putting on my good shit. I'm getting my hair cut.
You got your metrosexual.
Yeah, so I was doing that shit because I'm working at a kiosk, and what it was a medical weight loss. And what it is, you sign up and you get the shots, right? And so this was a product that I knew women liked, right? So what I did, medical weight loss, and this shit worked. I'm getting a little feedback from you, Stefan. Let me mute you a little bit. So, all right. So let me say this. So what I did was medical weight loss. What I would do is I would go up. I would smile. This is when I learned the importance of a smile. Let me tell you something, man. I would see women. Hey, how are you? You know, I smile at them. Come up. Hey, how you doing? And you look, man. I ain't trying to be funny. Overweight black woman. If she see no, I'm not trying to say I'm all that, but if she see a man that's tall, handsome, or somewhat handsome guy walk up to him and He's smiling and he said, "Hey,
She
how are
gonna
you?"
burn that shit.
Yeah, I would flirt like a motherfucker. You listen here, bro. You know how many women I signed up? That lady signed up 100 and I think in the month of December she signed up 150 people. Guys, by myself, I signed up like 90 of them. No shit. I signed up 90 of those people, and I had them put down a minimum of $20 a piece. They would put down a minimum of $20 that would go towards their purchase. I would write their names out and set them up, and every day the lady would come pick up the schedule, and I was rolling. But that's when and I just took pride in how I look. I took pride in how I look. I made sure I smelled good. I made sure my teeth and everything was in order. My breath, everything was together. And I was just, and it was easy, bro. That shit was so easy. And that, because
what you talking about, sub? I ain't got to do all that.
I was saying, like, for me, that wasn't even about trying to get to it. That would have been so easy to get to. It'd have been easy to get to. Whoa. What's up with your mic, bro? Your mic.
No,
your
I'm
mic.
keeping it real.
You what?
I'm keeping it real. Russell Simmons don't even wear no suit.
Your mic, Stephon, your mic got a lot of feedback on it.
Dang, we've been on this. How about now?
Yeah, you still now. But yeah, it look, ultimately, whatever it was, like you're moving or something, like you're moving around or something.
No, I'm sitting down right now.
Okay. But yeah, so look, man, ultimately, I don't want to talk all night, man. I'm gonna try to take my ass upstairs and chill out because I got 2 jobs now. So that's why I haven't been going live, because I got 2 jobs, and so I'm working. Let me mute you for a second. It's real loud. Hold on. So I got 2 projects right now. So I'm working in this project I'm on right now. They got me doing some stuff like I got to take a test to figure out so they can give me access to the database. The test is 160 questions. So, and half the damn questions it's like a damn PowerPoint presentation. I got to scroll through the whole damn PowerPoint. They don't have, you can't Control F and, like search for a word. Like if it's asking you a question, you can say Control F and find this word, and then it'll take you to where that word. It's a bunch of pictures. So that means I have to go through and literally read. In the book now, the thing they gave me was 310 pages. So 310 pages, 160 questions. You got to get 80% right. Like, what the fuck? So that means I can't miss but 32 out of 160. That's a lot of fucking questions that I can't miss. See what I'm saying?
Man, sub, if I don't tell you, let me tell you now, man. Let me give you your flowers, because I remember, I think I was one of the first people that spoke to you, because you actually used to give your information out, and you were the one that convinced me to go back into computer programming. I started out as a computer science engineering major. I left it thinking that it just wasn't for me, but talking to you made me go back into it. This was back in, I think, 16, 17. Fast forward 2022. I have actually taken all those courses. I need to take the certification exam. But brother, let me tell you, man, like right now, because of everything that happened, travel nursing is on fire. And but I need to sit down and take that exam, because I've taken the course. The database administrator. I've taken all the courses. And I just need to take those first 2 certifications. But man, it's hard. I'm trying to get out of this. I really want to get out of nursing, but right now,
I want to get out of IT. We kind of
because I want to be in a position where I'm in front of my computer working 2 separate jobs, and just.
Well, yeah, I want to get out. I want to get out altogether and just be like a real estate developer doing subdivisions or some shit. That to me is happiness, not working in IT. And I'm not tripping. I thank God I'm able to do what I do. I think God is blessed.
Exactly.
So I'm not ungrateful. I'm not looking to gift the horse in the mouth. I'm making like 200 and something a year off these 2 jobs. I'm pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That being said, if it was up to me, I'd rather, go and for me, I'd be happier getting up in the morning, jumping my ass in a pickup truck, riding to a construction site, making sure that they doing the shit right, calling the contractors, making sure they showing up on time. That's fun to me. That shit ain't even work. That's not work. That's just breathing. That's just
how did that first flip go? Did you were you
Which
in the
one?
black on it? That house that you were building, that you renovated, it was a couple
Oh,
years
that
ago.
wasn't my very first flip, but that
No, but just
first one
recently.
in
Remember?
Atlanta. The one I did in Atlanta
Yeah,
was my first Atlanta flip. I mean,
yeah.
I kind of technically, I say I made like 25. I think I spent, I walked out of there with about $43,000 check or something like that. But I only, I think after I did the math, I think I only made like 25, which is cool. Shit, I made 25. It took me a year
A
because
year.
of all
Okay.
the fuckery and bad contractors and all that shit. Really, had I waited another 5 months, I would have made another $60,000. Go figure.
Because of the market.
Yeah.
But you learn. So if you do it again, you're
Yeah.
not going to waste all that time.
I wouldn't do a rehab. I would do new construction. And the reason I would do new construction, for one, I would do new construction under $400,000. I think that's always, you're going to always have a buyer's market for that. People are going to always want, it's going to always be a seller's market for that. You're going to always have a lot of people, an abundance of people that want a house under $400,000. And if you're doing somewhere, you could do a house for $450,000 that's only about 1,700 square feet with a finished. If you do a finished basement and then a 1,700 square foot 3-2 upstairs with like a 2-car garage, because I got some plans like that I'm looking at. I mean, the dude told me about a $220,000 development. That's what it's gonna cost plus the land. You're gonna spend about another 40, 50 to 100. You can walk out of there with 100,000, man. I mean, maybe more, depending on where you are. Like if you're in Alpharetta or certain areas, you might get $500,000 for the damn house. So you might make 250,000 out that shit.
It's funny you say that because last night, Pocket Watcher with JT had a live stream, and I think I was the last caller, and I said something to the fact that, look, I can do it because I thank God, by the grace of God, I'm doing well right now. But I was just, he was on the mindset like you have to compete, and I said, cool, that's fine. But I said, saying that people have to put down 20%, most people cannot put down 20%. And I was just trying to tell him that people are being priced out of the housing market. And he was like, well, you just need to move. Just need to move where you can afford it. And I'm just like, well, it depends on your job. Like you can't go out to, let's say you're in Atlanta. You're not going to go down to Macon and expect to be making the same type of money that you're making in Atlanta.
Thanks, Shannon B. Thanks, Shannon B. For yes, we're still teaching the course. So I just put the link right here.
I have a question for you.
What you got?
When you get started. Okay. I was just telling my friend, I was driving from work one day, and I said, you know something? One of the reasons why we really don't have much of a middle class anymore is because I'm seeing these older houses, and I'm like, I don't see houses like this being built no more. I really do not see too many houses under $200,000 being built anymore. What do you think about that?
No, I mean, the only guy I know doing that is D.R. Horton. They building them. Like, I can share my screen right quick. So I think you can go on the south side of Atlanta. You can get some under, I'm going to say 250. Now, I ain't going to say no 200. But there used to be, back in the day.
Is it quality? Is the house quality for under 200?
I mean, no, you ain't gonna get no quality. Ain't nowhere in the country you're gonna get a quality house for under $200,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what difference does it make if it's under 200, but it breaks down within 5 years, like, or you start having issues, like, there's no point.
Well, I mean,
most of the new houses today,
I don't look at
aren't
houses
made
like
with
that.
quality material.
Yeah, but I don't think like that. Like, if you buy a house, if I get a house and build a cheap house, and it depends on who lives in that house. Like, if it's some damn Planet of the Apes monkey motherfuckers moving in, then yeah, it's not going. That house is not going to survive. But if you, like, my mom kept the grass cut, house gonna be clean. She gonna keep the damn roof taken care of, paint, shit like that. You could take a house that's $150,000-$200,000 house from back in the day, and that bitch would go 20 years and still be like a new house. Like, I've seen it. Like, over in like where we used to live in Decatur, over off River Road in Decatur, Georgia, you can get a nice house, and I mean, it doesn't necessarily, I mean, you're just not gonna have the quality, but as far as the actual, hold on, what's it? Year built, there you go. So let's do 2015 or up, right? just to say, because that's still technically in that range. Built in 2015, price $250. On out. Wait, oh, this Montgomery shit. No way. Do Atlanta.
You homesick, brother.
Nah, that was a mistake there. All right, there we go. So, like on the south side, you got like, no, they doing townhouses. D.R. Horton has some shit on here. Now, here go one. So D.R. Horton got little shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So they doing little shit like this. Now, I don't think this is a townhouse, I don't think. But it'll look like that. Like, it's cheap.
Bro, that looks small.
Yeah, it's gonna be
for a quarter mil. For
Yeah,
a quarter mil, Jesus
Where you live at?
Christ.
Where you live at, Jason?
I'm in Houston right now.
Bro, that's not that bad. $250 ain't that bad for a house. Trust me. That's the mortgage on that motherfucker, $1,400. I mean, in fact, where you're living, if you living in a good neighborhood, you know, this ain't, you know, this is new construction. I mean, shit, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Now these houses. That's the type of shit you'll get round up in that range, something like that. It ain't gonna be like you're not finna get no big ass ornate looking ass house.
I mean, the first floor is damn near the whole garage. Like the whole garage is taken up. I'm actually what I want is my first. By the grace of God, next year I'm actually on the market looking, but I want actually a multifamily. So that's what I want. I want a house hack.
You want a house that you can put a family in. So do I.
No. Multifamily. Like a quadruplex or a duplex or a triplex.
Give me a 3-bedroom house, a master bedroom, a girl room, and a boy room, and I'm good to go.
See, they taxing too much for this. You could get to this point, buy the land, because this ain't probably in the best neighborhood. Let me see what it's at. Off Terra Boulevard. That shit about $30,000 for that land. Right? About $30,000. Right? And then shit. You know, I think this might be a rehab. I can't really tell. But I'm gonna tell you, as you know, I used to build and do this shit. Let me tell you something, man. You can get this shit done, all this done and up, and you won't be at $196,000. How many square feet is there? 1,900? Hell no. They taking a lot of profit out this bitch. This could be done for about 100. That's
how many bedrooms is that?
It's a 4-4. Now let me say this: your land, your lumber package, land. Let's say that's 30. Your lumber package. I say it could be done with just the build out. Now the land plus land will be about 130 total. But you still, for about 130, you can get this shit to where they got it at right now. You could. Easy. You can get it there. This shit got a basement too. Look like a basement. Yeah, I rock with this. This is a rehab.
I don't know how to build. It's a rehab.
I like shit like this. See, I like shit like this. The only thing is, I used to get deals like this when they was like right at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like you find a foreclosure and you can jump in that bitch and go off. You know what I'm saying? My second deal was like this actually, but I looked at it and underestimated all types of shit because I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You know, I wouldn't mind just completely leaving IT, man, and doing this, bro. This shit is.
Well, see, I don't think
it's lucrative and it's very free. See, man, when I was a full-time real estate investor for 6 years, that was the freest I ever been. I did whatever the fuck I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. I woke up when I wanted to wake up. I traveled when I wanted to travel, and I did what I wanted to do. I didn't have to answer to nobody. I know what that's like to be a grown-ass man with plenty of money, and I make all my own rules. I make all my own decisions. and ain't got to answer to nobody. And that is
What
the
do
freest
you think
can
is
ever
holding?
be.
What do you think is keeping you from doing that now?
What? Nothing really. I just got I got some things I got going. I got some other investments in some shit. I got some stock investments and shit. I got a lot of money in AMC. I keep buying. I got a lot of money over there. I got some money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to buy my time because we trying to build a house anyway. So I'm trying to think, should I do that or should I just build an investment house and take the plans that we're looking at, build that bitch out, and then I think I can show it to y'all. Let me show y'all something right quick. Because you could build this shit out, and I'm going to add it. It's going to be a little bit bigger than what the plans say, but I can build this shit I'm about to show y'all out, and it's going to sell because these style homes, and see, that's the funny thing. What you do is you take this style and use it against people. So the contemporary style home is going to sell for more than the average. Like this house here is just a regular house, whereas the property I'm about to show y'all is more of a contemporary style. So this right here is contemporary. See here? That's more contemporary.
Yeah, I see. That
So
look like a Spanish house.
this is something that you can sell this for about $500,000 in the right neighborhood up in Atlanta. Even though it's not that big. But see, what I would do is add another 300 up top, make it about 1,700. Then I would do the basement. Because the basement you can do like this, got a partial basement. So you come down, you give them a family room, full bath, closet, and a bedroom. That's it. So now they got that plus this plus this. Now, even if you build it to spec at just 1463 plus this here, that'll put you at about 1,700 anyway.
Let me ask you something. Why don't you want to be a landlord? Why do you just want to?
I dealt with it. I dealt with it when I was flipping housing, and I dealt with the bad side of being a landlord. I don't want to fuck with it. I don't.
You don't think passive income is having that monthly
eventually owning multifamilies, owning multifamily properties. When I say multifamily, quadruplexes are bigger. I don't want to fuck with. I just don't want to fuck with niggas, bro. I just don't. And I really, if I'm gonna do some shit, it's gonna be some shit that either I build or I buy some high-end shit and I already made millions in development, and then I go into it and I'm buying like apartment complexes. That's the way I go into it. But if I'm coming in and I'm buying one house at a time, nope, I don't want to fuck with it.
So let me ask you this:
people be very successful at it. That's just not. I'm not interested in that.
Let me ask you this: do you think this will work? Because you know how nowadays, even to have your own apartment is, to me, is not even. You remember how when you turn, I don't know, your 20s, you got your first place. You all happy and proud. You kept it, but nowadays to even have your own place is just too expensive. It just eats up all your money. So I've been watching people that do the whole house hacking thing. So say you have a house like that you got on the screen. I don't know, has 4 or 5 bedrooms. You just renovate each and every room to the point where it's like a self-contained studio apartment. I mean, you still have the kitchen and the living room outside, but each room is like a self-contained studio apartment. And you find young professionals or people that are just starting out, good tenants, people that I'm talking about professionals. I ain't talking about and usually you want men, just got out of school, maybe working, especially if this house is around maybe like the medical district or the financial district. You don't think that will work, having those type of tenants?
Yeah, let me say this, man. When it comes to real estate, I'm not like this guy that's like hard set into my own way of thinking. I think there are people that are the landlords and they make millions and they got single family houses. There are people that got millions and they doing Airbnb.
Like what's the best type of tenant? That's what I'm asking. What do you think is the best type of tenant in your mind? Who's more likely to pay their rent?
Direct deposit tenant that pay every month. I mean, and that could be anybody. That could be somebody that get a check and they're an older couple, or that could be a young guppy that just pay their bills on time. It could be a gay person. It could be anybody. I don't have a real, like this is the ideal person. So I'm gonna say this. For me, real estate is what you choose. You just choose your path. It's like IT. It's so many people making money in IT 50,000 different ways. You choose your poison. You choose what you want to do. And that's gonna take you where you gotta go. Now, this right here is a hell of a property because for one, I can actually expand. Let me show y'all something. These up here, I can expand right alongside here. These walls right here, I can bring them up, bring them out a little bit more, and that'll give me more square footage. This right here, I can bring that over a little bit. That'll bring me more. So I can still use it. That way I'm not really expanding my footprint with my foundation or my basement. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This right here, little ceiling fan, little shit. This is my face. This I think would be the selling point of this right here. This coming up off the master bedroom like this.
Damn.
That shit
Is that an upstairs pool?
Dude, this is you can build this. I got a contractor and looked at the plan, and he said, man, he can do it because it's not that big. See, that's what you're talking about. When you're getting older, it's not that big, bro. So if he charged you
turn your playback off. Your playback is on. Turn it off.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he muted. But if you do this right here, let me show you. So the price per foot, you can, you a good contractor anywhere from 100 to 140, 150, worst case, times. See there? And that was with him getting 100. That was with him getting $150 a foot. And that's a lot of fucking money. I told him, man, I told him I want to add 300 square feet. He said he still can do it for about 220. Because I told him I wanted to add this out. Bro, in the right neighborhood, some shit that look like this, if your shit look like this right here in Atlanta, oh, that shit might be $1 million. It ain't about the square footage. But yeah, these houses, would I expect it to be $1 million? Now, I ain't gonna lie, if this was like a 2,800 square foot, it'll be $1 million house, guaranteed. But what I would do is just build it for about 220, put the basement on it. They're gonna probably slap another 40 on there. They're gonna take about 260. I know that, right? That was with a foundation. I know that's what he was saying. But me, I sub that bitch out myself. Fuck that shit. I already know what I'm gonna do. Cause if I spend 260, he gonna probably make about $60,000. If I spend 260, he gonna put 60 in his pocket. It almost is worth it to just take the damn test and get your own damn contractor's license. It don't take but a couple of weeks to stay. I got the books upstairs. So, there's some shit this is like my dream. That's what I really want to do. But I got Lifting the Veil. For me, I could just build houses and run Lifting the Veil. Man, that'd be the fucking dream life. That'd be the dream life. Because guess what? I build when I want to build, and when I don't, I just say, fuck it. I'm through for the rest of the year. I ain't going to do shit till next year, and we finna go live in so-and-so. Or we finna go here, go there. Or whatever we going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a comfortable lifestyle. But this right here, this shit is player. You hear me? This shit is play. Look at that. Look at me. I had that bar up in that bitch, put my music out that motherfucker, man. You can entertain guests. This shit is nice. And it's not that big. So you can build it and still be at like 220.
How much starting capital do you need? You think?
The lender I talked to said he'll do 10% of the land. 100% financing on the house. That's it. So the land is $60,000. You put down $6,000, he'll do the rest. If it's an investment, But
they will finance you 100%.
Yep. As long as you got to get it appraised, obviously. He gonna have to do appraisals and shit, which is gonna appraise for the numbers you going. Look, this house comfortably can get me $450 easy in Atlanta with a finished basement. I'm gonna get $450,000 easy because I'm gonna stage the shit out this bitch. I'm gonna stay. This bitch gonna look like a damn futuristic Art Deco property on the inside. I'm gonna tell you another slick move you could do. Oh, that must be new there. That's a new one. See, this is where you can fuck them up at. these properties aren't really that damn big. 1,500 square feet, 3-3. And then you just throw the basement on. Well, it ain't got no basement. This one don't. You probably could add a basement on this one. It depends. But this how you get them, bro. This how you get over, dog. This is it. This how you get over. Because guess what? They building shit like this right now in Atlanta. That shit is not cheap. But everything that they're building that look like this, 650, 700 or higher. That's for like the small ones. You come in with one and you do 1,700 square feet, you're going to get that damn, you're going to be able to get that $500,000. You better get it. That's the sweet spot. That's where I want to be. Even if you pay 100 for the land, you still going to make a nice little profit.
This virtual reality shit you taking us through is kind of cool.
Bro, I saw a dude talking, sounding just like Morgan Freeman and looked like Morgan Freeman, and it was a white dude. And it's some software now. CGI. They got software. I could be talking, standing in front of a microphone, and it'll every movement I make, it'll be Morgan Freeman on the screen making the movement. And it looked just like Morgan Freeman and sound like Morgan Freeman. I couldn't believe it. This shit done got out of control. It got out of control. You're not gonna be able to believe anything anybody tell you. Or anything you see. It's getting that bad now. So long story short, these little 1,500 square foot houses, ain't nobody throwing them up. What if you spent $100 a foot? I mean, that's actually feasible. Lumber done went down. It's really labor is starting to slow down now. So you might be able to throw a house up for 180, 1,500 square feet for $190,000. Then you buy the land for 50, and you at like $240,000 in a 1,500 square foot new construction. You walking out of that closest office with $200,000 all day, every day. See what I'm saying? And don't heaven forbid, don't get no street where you got like 5 or 6 of them lined up. You'll kill their ass. And I know people that done that shit up here in Atlanta that done got the fuck out of IT. I talked to an Indian cat. That's all he do now. He don't do nothing but that. You see, I'm so glad I got out of IT. And I'm not trying to say IT is a bad field, obviously, but it's about freedom, man. Look, man, let me go upstairs. I got these bathroom. I got to lay down. Y'all have a good one. Anybody got any closing words?
Yeah, I got a question for you.
What you got?
I'm gonna holler at you, sir.
Okay, bro. Take care. What you got, man?
Oh, hold on. My roommate just walked in. Excuse me. But I was okay. Now you said family. You know, the reason why you got married to the mother of your son was for marriage and legacy and stuff like that. You're a patriarch. You have to, you want to honor your patriarchal duties. Now, the reason why I fell out with this guy last week, another content creator, I don't know if you've ever heard of Amiri Brown.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I got into it with this.
My nigga. Go ahead, man.
I got into it with this dude because he posted something and he blocked me. He ended up blocking me because he said that black women marrying black men is a detriment or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. He said that black women don't benefit from marrying black men.
Yeah, he on some other shit. That nigga be quoting male folks, man.
Yeah.
They done cut his dick off, and these women done cut his dick off. And put it in their damn purse, bro. I can't respect no man that's nigga. If you gonna quote Bell Hooks, any man I know quote Bell Hooks, I don't take serious.
No.
I just can't take him serious. Bro. I can't take him serious. I done heard that brother say some crazy shit. That's why I don't go on his channel. Because I remember I went on there. He got into it with BGS. And BGS came on the channel. It was a real juicy thing because Hood Conservative mentioned it. I went over there and I checked it out. Because Hood Conservative say BGS destroyed him, which he didn't. Sorry, he did not. Right? In fact, I think BGS lost. I think he got his ass handed to him. But it's okay. Amiri seemed like a cool guy. Let me go listen to some content. Bro, that nigga be on some bullshit. I listened to that nigga. I was like, this nigga's basically talking about marriage is obsolete. Man, this nigga on some other shit. And then you call yourself a pro-black. How you pro-black and anti-marriage?
He's married himself.
I've heard some stuff. I don't know. I don't want to go into the man personally, but there's some other reasons why he's like he is. Ain't got shit to do with it.
6 kids, real estate guy just like you, flips houses, got a flipping house business. But anyway, so yeah, I got into it, whatever. So I'm like, okay. Now my thing is, marriage is the most important social institution in the black community, because if you don't have marriage, you don't have families.
Exactly.
And my thing
now
is,
you talking about government raised children. Which if you want to study and see what that is, look at the Soviet Union under the Iron Curtain and tell me that government raised children is beneficial. If you really know your stuff, you really understand the Iron Curtain and communism and what really happens under communism. What they call mother patriarchy. They will give rewards to for having 10 or more kids. Right? And the type of shit that the government was incentivizing in Russia, it was some bullshit. Like those women were over there, they were miserable. Those women were miserable. The kids were, and the Europeans, man, when it comes to their style of government and shit, and how they treat kids back in the 1800s and shit. Remember that movie Oliver Twist?
Nah.
Oliver Twist is a real epic, well-known picture about this kid that's an orphan. But look at those orphans, man. They didn't give a fuck about their kids over in Europe, bro. That shit different, man. Well, look, bro, I'm getting a lot of feedback from your microphone, man. You'll see it when you hear the playback. Head out, man.
I'm sorry, but just real quick, I'm just saying, okay, my question is this. What do we do in a society where basically our sisters don't necessarily believe in marriage and family anymore? And then number 2, what do we do when you got most of our men who are simps and just going along just to get along?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think most black women want to be married. I believe that with all my heart and fiber. I believe most black women,
I think they want to win.
If they felt that the man was really wanting to be a husband, a lot of them will. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not. But what I'm saying is, most black women I met, I got my wife got friends. That's what they want. These women, they can talk that feminism shit. I'm talking about the most feminine woman I know. When she alone and motherfuckers is sitting there talking to her ass, and when you calm the fuck down, you put that I am woman, hear me roar bullshit down, and you sit down and you think about it. Somebody ask her, do you want a husband? Do you want to have family? Do you want to have kids? Most of them, not all, most of them will say, yes, I can see that one day. That's what I want one day. Now, making that happen has a lot to do with her shortcomings and the man's shortcomings, and everybody kind of learning how to come together and meld themselves together to really be able to pull that off. And we don't want to go down that path again of who is at fault and all that shit. But that's just me. Now, as far as men being simps, I think I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think society doesn't really. It's easy for a man to be told no. Like nobody. There's a lot of shit for women out here that we don't have for men. So women have a lot of nurturing, They have a lot of shit given to them. A lot of women go back. They got a lot of shit for little girls. Like every fucking way you look, little girls get all the shit, all the attention, all the music, movies. Everything is telling the little girl she's the best. All the fucking the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe is basically being given to women right now. Like we're sitting here watching this shit with She-Hulk, and it's just one constant bad relationship, situation after another. Captain Marvel, everything, every movie that you watch, the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing with Star Wars, the Black Girl, everything is about women. Star Wars.
I'm not even gonna watch Wakanda Forever.
What's the name? The girl that was the main protagonist in Star Wars grabs a damn Millennium Falcon and is out flying pilots and shit, never having flown the bitch before. That type of shit, right? Like you see this shit all through. I'm just so fly. Now I can figure shit out and I'm just gonna beat everybody's ass. That type of shit, women have that shit everywhere. You don't see that with boys. You don't see that. And I think we need to invest in young black boys. That's just the bottom line. I always talk about that. I think the boy is the key to the future, not the woman. The girl is the key to destabilization if it's oversaturated. If you oversaturate a society with feminine energy, it destabilizes. If you invest in masculine men, we want women. We have higher sex drives. We want women. We gonna want to. I don't give for men ain't gonna just be out here like fuck it. I'm on my career. I ain't got to have sex. No, men, we want to fuck. we want to fuck. Like might be one woman. Some niggas want to be hoes, but at the end of the day, we want to be around women
and see how we look and see if you. And we put our women first. We put our women first. They'll send that girl to college before they'll send that boy, which is really stupid. But anyway, look at that. Look at the movie of the black community and ask yourself if you want that type of outcome.
I mean, look, it is what it is. I think my the way I am, personality dictates the success of this relationship. If I was to look back and look in the mirror and be like, man, you know, I can get all these hoes. I could do, man, fuck that shit. I would have to literally just say, I don't love my wife and I don't give a fuck what happened to my son for pussy. And I'm just not cut like that. So I just ain't cut. I'm a loyal motherfucker. I'm not cut like that. So I'm loyal to my students. Damn sure gonna be loyal to my woman. Let me go. I gotta go upstairs, bro. I gotta feed. All right, man. Have a good one. Okay. All right, bye.